Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Man, my phone's crazy how that worked. How's everybody doing this evening? So glad everybody's could be here. Make sure you hit that like button. Share it out with everybody. Hello, Angry Vet. Hello, Keeping.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for stopping in. Keeping the swine in line. I love that name. Blue Skunt, what's up?
Hello, JC now.
Angry Vet.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Angry Vet to come up here too, because he's going through some of the same things that you're going through. And that after we get done, guys, I'll open the panel up and everything for everybody. But I kind of want to focus on with a Veterans Affair, and Angry Vet's been helping him with that, and he's been helping Angry Vet. And so everybody, like I said, just share it out, and because he's got a lot to talk about and everything. And yeah. So if you want, go ahead and just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and just take it away, brother. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I'm retired from the Army. I was injured while in service and having to use the VA for healthcare. A lot of you guys know right now I'm trying to fight the battle against Congress and the VA. But what got me this far is because of some really interesting events that happened at different VAs, multiple VAs that I've been to. And just want to make sure that everybody can see the truth, that the VA is not a great system and it's not built for veterans. A few years ago, I'm getting a little shook up right now. I don't really like talking about it, but I want to get it out there. I went, got care at a VA, Palo Alto. You guys gotta give me a minute, damn.
You can keep this.
Sorry. So I had ablations done. I don't know if anybody is aware of what that is, but they burn the nerve endings out of your spine. Because I was having a lot of pain. Everywhere I went, every step I took, it felt like I was being shocked, and it would damn near make me fall down on the ground. The VA didn't want to help me out to the best of their abilities, and I had to do these ablations. While doing the ablations, they never sedated me. I was completely awake, and I felt them sticking these needles into my back and doing these burns. So come to find out later on in the future, by going to a civilian doctor, they sedate patients because they're aware that when they stick things in your body, you can feel it. So I brought that up to the VA, and instead of addressing the situation, maybe changing the policy, because this is a policy. I didn't mention that. It's not something that they have to do. They have the choice to sedate you if they want to, because I was told that I wasn't sedated because it was doctor's discretion. So I spoke to the doctors that did that to me, and they told me that is the way they do it because they feel that it's more beneficial. So I don't understand how making you go through more pain is supposed to help you. So I brought that up to a patient advocate, and instead of helping me, they helped the doctors. They didn't hear me. They protected the doctors and then started creating stories about me that made the police start, VA police officers getting involved in my healthcare. Later on down the road, I'd go to a place called Menlo Park VA for a PTSD program. And this is where things got really out of order. While I was there, I was in a wheelchair, and I had a lot of mobility issues. I think that they took advantage of the fact that I couldn't really get up and do anything about the way that they treated me. I started, when I was there, it was during the mask mandate and the mandatory quarantine of 2 weeks. While I was in that place, I was in this room with zero contact with anybody. So it's kind of, I don't know the words for it, but it drove me a little crazy. And the only source of entertainment I had aside from my cell phone is staring out of a window. When I looked out this window, everybody is not wearing masks. And I know everybody's different, but I get sick really easy. And at that time, I wasn't aware of what COVID could do to you or if it was a real thing or not. So I didn't want to take that chance. So I always wore a mask, and I wanted everybody to wear a mask around me. But for some reason, nobody that works at the VA had to wear a mask except for everybody that was living there. So I brought that up to staff, and they told me that they'd take care of it, and they didn't. So a few days later, when they actually let me out of that 2-week quarantine, I started talking with the other guys, and they noticed the same things that I did, and they tried to get it taken care of. Nobody got any answers, so I took it upon myself to advocate for us. One of my roommates went across the street with me so that we could confront these people and see why they're allowed to come back and forth from their homes or from the public and reintroduce COVID to us on a daily basis. I went into this place, and I'm in a wheelchair. My buddy's pushing me into the building. The pictures are inside of a video if you want to see what the area looks like. I went into this building. I spoke to the guy, asked him about why they weren't wearing masks. And instead of helping me out with an answer, called the police on me. Why? I have no idea. They walked away from me, and as he's walking away, they told me that I gotta leave, and he tells me to F off. I snapped back, and I said some other cuss words. The dude turned around, jumped towards me with his hands reached out like he was gonna choke me. Now, yeah, he didn't touch me, but that's only because my roommate was there. If my roommate wasn't there to pull this maniac away from me, he would have hurt me if I was by myself. I don't care what anybody's ideas of the situation is. That's what happens.
That's horrible. I can't imagine what was his reasoning in wanting to attack you. I mean, I don't understand.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I told him to go fuck himself, and that he was just a dumb anchor yanker, and that's what set him off. Because I noticed on his hat he had a Navy logo. I'm not talking. All of us branches, we talk shit about each other, but he obviously took it personally, and he didn't like the fact that I called him an anchor yanker and lunged at me. And I couldn't do anything. I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't get up and do anything. I threw my hands up. My roommate was there to pull the knucklehead off of me. So, of course, cops show up, and they don't do nothing to help me. They made me leave and then told me that I'd be trespassed. And that's the thing that blew my mind is I live there, so I can't be trespassed from somewhere I live.
Wow.
And long story short on that incident went across the street to where I was living. Staff found out on a Sunday morning during their meeting, because that happened on a Saturday. Then Monday morning, I'm guessing between Sunday afternoon and Monday morning, they came up with some incredible plan to lock me down, because they knew I was going to tell the patient advocate. When I did go tell the patient advocate, I came back to my room, and they were packing my stuff up. And they
they went into your room and touched your stuff?
Yeah, man, they were packing my room up because of the window I put a thing, I got a piece of paper and I drew a middle finger on it, and I put "I see you." So they packed up my room and moved me down the hall, so I couldn't have a window. So they put me in a little closet, basically.
Unbelievable.
And they locked me in there for a week for like punishment. So I told my wife what was going on, and she's like, "No, you got to get out of there. You got to get out of there." And I couldn't. It was hard for me to leave at the same time because I needed the help, and that's why I was there at the program, was to become human again. But they treated me like an animal anyway. So I got out of there. I had to leave. So my wife got me an Uber. I dragged all my shit outside, and I just waited out there until a car came. And they tried to tell me, "Oh, if you leave, you can't ever come back to the program." I was like, "I don't fucking care. You're crazy, man."
That's insane.
It's crazy, man, because that's not even the worst of it. The worst thing is there's guys in there, like, some of you folks don't understand how PTSD really affects folks, man. There's a fella in there, or that was there, I don't know where he is now, but this guy could not see meat or any type of meat, anything red, because it reminded him of flesh, because he was in the storm of Fallujah. And he was wrecked, man. And they would send him stacks of lunch meat like it was a fucking joke. Excuse my language. It's thinking about this is making me so mad again. And they did that to him regularly. And they ask you before you even go to this program if you have any dietary restrictions. And he told them every day, "I can't eat meat." And it got so bad, guys, that we had to order our own food because they were refusing to feed us what we could eat and gave us slop, basically. And like me, I can't eat dairy. I can't have eggs because I have allergies. I'm all screwed up anyway, but they would send me a tray of eggs every freaking morning with 2 milks. And it was almost like it was a joke, like, ha ha ha, let's see if this guy's going to eat this shit.
So basically they were trying to trigger you and everybody else to push you. And that's crazy. Why would we treat people like that? I don't understand why anybody would treat anybody like that.
I don't see how that program is supposed to help. And these guys, they didn't beg me, but they told me, "Please help us. Tell our story." And I told them I would. Because like some of my food, like my wife would mail me pre-made food and stuff like that. And there was a staff member caught on camera eating my food.
Wow.
And then I confronted that staff member and they were like, "Oh, no, it wasn't me." I was like, "You're on camera. How are you going to deny it?" It's chaotic. And my wife had to mail in basic hygiene products. And this is at the Menlo Park, VA, somewhere where they're housing you. Your tax dollars are paying for this. They should provide us some shampoo and some freaking toothpaste and a toothbrush to use it. But no, that's too much for the VA to do. And they're housing men and women that have served this country and expect them to figure it out.
It's unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable.
I know people don't believe it. And you had to be there to see it. Because on the outside, the VA looks beautiful. But I've lived inside of these facilities, and it is not. Yeah. Sorry about that. I need to turn my phone off. Everything's distracting me right now.
You're doing good, brother. Thank you for sharing with us. I appreciate it. Guys, give this a thumbs up and a like, and share this out. That this man's story needs to be heard.
So I I ended up reporting that whole entire situation, and nothing was done. I reported it to the White House. I reported it to patient advocacy, and that's when the games started. Everybody started to combine forces against me because I started reaching out to the White House. So eventually I went back to Palo Alto and had to have a third ablation done. And again, no sedation. I had to feel it all. And I don't even know what to say about that, guys. It's pretty crazy. But I told the patient advocate again what had happened, and they told me maybe it would be better if you changed your VA. So instead of fix the situation or try to help me, they told me to go somewhere else. And this is the standard practice for the VAs, to pass the buck. It's nobody's fault except the veteran. So I do end up changing VAs, and I go to McClellan Air Force Base, and then I also went to, or became a patient over at Mather VA. I tried to share my story with them to explain to them why I had been there, and then they didn't they didn't care. It fell upon deaf ears. So eventually in May of last year, I had spinal surgery, like by an actual surgeon that knew what they were doing, and it was a civilian. So that was the first good thing that the VA did for me, because they couldn't profit off of me anymore because I started fighting back.
So when did? But I'm gonna stop you there for a second, and then I'll let you get back into it. So when did you first go into the military, and how long were you in?
Okay, yeah, that was, probably should have started with that. I went in 2006 and got out 2016 on a medical discharge. So I was honorably discharged, but I served for 10 years. Went to Fort Bragg, Grafenwehr, post in Germany was called Grafenwehr. I've been to Fort Irwin for training, and then Fort Riley. But yeah, I did 10 years in the U.S.
Thank you
Army.
for your service. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you, veterans. Thank all you veterans for everything you've done for this country. Y'all shouldn't have to come home and have to put up with this.
Yes, sir. And and it's not like this for every veteran. I know that. It's just that there are some of us that find the bad ones. Just, in the very beginning, when I started going to the VA in 2014, it was amazing. Like, you could get anything and everything you needed. And then I started talking out and reporting about the ablations that happened at Palo Alto, and then I became the enemy. That started my struggles. A little bit further down the road, I'm still in the Palo Alto system, in between transferring care between Mather and the Palo Alto system. I was over at a place called Livermore, the Livermore VA. And I have handicap plates, like not a placard, actual plates on the front and back of my vehicle. I was charged with criminal charges of parking illegally because I tried to use a handicap spot with handicap plates, and the VA made up a fake policy stating that they're allowed to take the handicap spots whenever they want.
Wow.
And then I started fighting back against that. One of the officers tells me, he goes, "Oh, you should feel great because no one's going to park in those spots except for handicapped people." So that's the fucking law. Why should I feel great? You guys should be enforcing the law. And they had nothing to say about that except for writing a report against me.
Unbelievable. So do you feel like that was retaliation for speaking out? Do you feel like that's what's
yes,
causing that?
Absolutely. And yes, sir. And I told them that too. I said, I know this is retaliation. And they tried to assure me that it wasn't. But lo and behold, I got the police report back on that. And the actual chief of the police, James Tyler of Palo Alto Police Department of the VA, Palo Alto, solicited a behavioral flag against me because I, quote, didn't want to listen when the staff told me not to park in the handicap spot, unquote. The chief of police, guys.
Unbelievable. But you have handicap tags on your vehicle.
Yes. Because I didn't comply to a fake policy. They wanted to start flagging me and make sure that they follow me everywhere I go. Because there's different levels to flags, but every single one of them involve an escort. And it's insane because they have a special department made to track us. And it's the Disruptive Behavior Committee. And if you step out of line, your name goes into their office. And then they start watching everything you're doing.
So have they told you that they think you're a troublemaker and that you're only doing this for attention? Have they expressed that to you?
They haven't told me that it's about attention. They have called me troublemaker. I've been accused of being Antifa. I don't get that. That they called me Antifa because my favorite color to wear is black. And I've been called belligerent in multiple reports, and I don't think I'm belligerent by speaking my mind. Staff have told me that I'm not allowed to talk certain ways. Like, they limit me on what I'm allowed to say at the VA. I've been accused of terrorist threats. That's the big one that really affected me, made me very upset, was the fact that they called me a terrorist when they spent the money to create this beast that I am today to destroy terrorism.
Now think about that for just a second, ladies and gentlemen. A man that volunteered to go defend our country and to uphold the Constitution of these United States that we live in comes home, only wants to get the care that he deserves, not owed, but deserves. And this is how the government treats you. And it's their fault. Yes, he volunteered, but if he didn't volunteer, who would? And they treated him like he was no better than a piece of garbage laying on the ground.
I'm not asking them to give me money. I'm not asking them for much other than being responsible for what they've done to me. That's all I want, is the accountability. Because if they don't hold themselves accountable, who will? It's going to continue to happen to more and more veterans. And it continues on. And then those situations happened in a different VA system. I end up going to Mather McClellan system. So August 8th of last year, I had my very first appointment at McClellan, and it was a complete, it was horrible, guys. I'm trying not to cuss. It was bad. I go there for my first appointment. Hold on, man. My dog is being annoying.
No problem. Take your time, buddy. Absolutely. All you don't care. I mean, you served and no matter whether you served 50 days or 180 days, you served. And that, and you know, I'm not going to get off track here because our main focus, and that's why it bothers me when some clown can dress up on YouTube and pretend to be something he's not. You know,
So, I actually, before we continue on, I want to I want to share with you what a behavioral flag sounds like. Where they try to control your life, your every step at the VA. And this is at mine, of course. This is the VA Northern California healthcare system is committed to providing the best possible care for our nation's veterans. This requires that VA staff, patients, and their family members treat each other with both dignity and respect. We cannot tolerate behavior that is abusive, threatening, sexually inappropriate, dangerous, or that otherwise interferes with providing both safe and effective healthcare. All events of disruptive behavior are reported and reviewed by the VA Disruptive Behavior Committee. So that is the very first paragraph from a letter of warning that they gave me. Basically, this behavior committee is threatening me and telling me that if I don't, okay, you guys remember all those papers I was reading of all the statements that they hand selected out of my secure messaging system? That is what that's what this letter is referring to. They're saying that I'm making sexually inappropriate comments, I'm making threats, and it's stopping healthcare. There is none of that.
So how was you making sexually inappropriate comments? I don't understand.
In a couple of weeks, I'm going to share with you guys a recording when I have to try to defend myself against this letter because it's completely one-sided and built to protect the staff. I mean, they tell me the Disruptive Behavior Committee recently reviewed an incident that occurred on or about February 2nd, where you had presented at the McClellan VA outpatient clinic to several staff as intimidating and bullying. There were reports that you were covertly filming. I had a camera strapped to my chest, and it was in my hand as well. But it's covert. That's how they use their words against you. And covertly filming staff, posting those videos online, and then sending taunting secure messages about those activities. You have also sent additional secure messages to your provider at the VA medical center that may be considered disruptive to the clinic operations and flow. These messages include content that is not appropriate for the system's intended use. So it goes on to tell me that if I make any more videos or if I talk any more inside of the lobby, that they're going to have police follow me everywhere I go. So they're stripping me of my First Amendment.
So basically, they're intimidating you by threatening to take your care away from you and bullying you to get you to conform to their policy.
Absolutely, because clearly it's a threat. It's a tactic to get me to stop exposing them. You know, and out of respect, when this all happened, I took all my videos down thinking that they were going to help me since they sent me this letter. You know, maybe they might have got the hint. No, it got worse. So after all the multiple fake, false police reports that Mike Alvarado and Dr. Inderpreet Rathore put in against me for all those threatening statements that I made requesting appointments to see the chief of staff, this was their response, to bag me and gag me.
Wow.
So I fought back, and then it took me 4.5 months of fighting them on my own against the VA. And then they finally dropped all the flags against me and then gave me that release letter stating that I'm allowed to record and that there's no longer a flag on me, when there should have never, ever been a flag on me because I never did anything wrong. This is just the VA's way of controlling us.
Insane. Basically, they treated you. I'm sorry, I'm a little upset because just listening to this, and I know we haven't even really got into the heart of it yet, but are y'all understanding this, guys? They treated somebody that served, put on a uniform and served our country like he was a terrorist. Unfucking believable. I can't understand. Not only that, how could you treat any human being, guys? How could you treat any human being like that? I just don't understand it. I mean, unbelievable.
Look at the comment right here from Chopper. I know that there's other guys in here too that are agreeing with me of what's happening, but the VA representative called me and made accusations for 20 minutes. Accusations, right? That's what they are. The system is against us. I don't know how to stay calm about this, guys.
It's okay to be angry, and I get it. I absolutely get it.
Once they're done with us, they're done with us. And I know that everybody knows that statement. We're just numbers. And this shows it. This is the proof that you're just a number. And when they're done with you, bye-bye. And then, okay, so the current situation from all these reports being against me, the chief of staff and the director are now, they're finally giving me my appointment, but previously they've been refusing me. And I've made damn near 30 appointment requests. And then when I finally took all of you with me that day, they got the freaking hint that I ain't playing around no more.
And see, guys, that's what it's going to take. We have to help be the voice. I mean, this man's been putting up a good fight, but he can't do it alone. We're going to have to send emails and make phone calls and talk to our politicians because, there is other people out here, just like AVA here, like Angry Vet, people that are veterans being mistreated that don't deserve it. They're not mentally retarded. They're not handicapped in a sense, they're mentally gone. They just want what they deserve, the health care to be taken care of like the government promised them.
There's a question here from Mr. Veteran and Roma. What do you suppose the director will say, and what would you like him to say? I don't know what he will say, but what I would like him to say is why he allowed this to happen in his building, in his facility. When I presented them everything that I have presented to you, the public, I have given all of this to the chief of staff, the director, and their supervisors, the VISN. They all are well aware of what is happening, but no one wants to lift a finger to change it. That's the problem. Because if we don't change it, we don't make this change, no one will. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep getting away with it. And I can't say somebody will get hurt. More people will get hurt. Another time a cool cop. Man, my cops aren't cool. They're not. they like to put on a smile. And the thing that really yanks my chain is the fact that they're veterans themselves, and they want to treat us like this.
You need anything? More water?
It's unreal how other veterans can treat people that way, and all because of a paycheck, or it's like they're turning a blind eye, and they don't care. It's not important to people, but it is important. I mean,
it is very important, because we're veterans, yes, but we are still part of the community. We're still people. We still exist. We may not stand out there like some folks out there with a flag, or go out there wearing shirts that scream, "Hey, I'm in the military." Some of us work in the same offices of you, and we're in pain. It's not something that everybody's going to share with you, but they're everywhere.
absolutely. And the sad part about this is, guys, this goes on all the time. This man right here is somebody's husband, a father, a brother. He has aunts, uncles. He's a family man, and he volunteered. He got hurt, and he had to come home. And there's no shame in that. But they're treating him, like I said, no better than a carpet set in front of a door they can wipe their feet on. And
that's a very good analogy.
It makes me very angry that our veterans are treated this way, and for no reason. This man gave up 10 years of his life to defend the very freedoms that we hang our hats under every day. If you're not angry like I am, there's something wrong. And I'll just go ahead and say it. It may not be the popular thing to say, but if you're not angry, you're the part of the problem for not taking up for these people.
I know that there's veterans out there getting the care they need, and that's amazing. All right. But there are those out there that have multiple issues, not just one, not just two, multiple. And that's where the system falls apart in way that I see it. Because the more you have, that means the more work they have to do. And clearly they don't like working.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this for you auditors out there that come on and make claims in your channel that you love our veterans and that you support our veterans, and that don't just support a veteran on Veterans Day and tell them thank you for your service and think you've done something, because you ain't done fuck. You should be sharing their stories, and these are the people that have fought for our rights, upheld our Constitution, so we can get out here every day, and we're fighting the fight. We're fighting the fight. But these people, these veterans, our veterans, guys, have done it. They've seen real shit. You know what? It don't take less than 30 minutes to pick up a phone and make a phone call, send an email, share a video. These stories need to be got out. And thank you, Bandit, for the $6.99. I appreciate you very much. It's like just a catch for me. I love veterans. I love our veterans, and this is why I've been doing so much. You know what I mean? I've been doing so much, and this Wrangler thing has been meant so much to me. My grandfather, my uncles, my brothers, my father, all served this country. My uncle was damn near killed in Baghdad, and he's gone through the same thing. You'd be surprised at what he's had to go through, because he'd been hurt and injured, and had to nobody wanted to listen to him because they thought he was mentally insane. Well, you'd be mental too if you'd had half of your head blowed off.
Yeah. I only have a little bit of my brain lost. And I can understand, man. Sometimes you just get triggered. Some cases, some people get triggered every 5 minutes. I do want to talk about another thing is that I have presented my case to Congress. And that's that last video that I released was when I went there and dropped off those papers. Some of you saw it. It got really interesting. And I still don't know who honestly has my papers. I don't know if that office has it or not, because no one's actually shown me proof, and I haven't got any response back from Congress if they've actually have it. And Allied Universal is not talking to me. They're ignoring my emails. As I'm sure
I
they're
watched the
ignoring
video
yours.
last night that you put out with about that security guard, and I'm gonna tell you guys, if y'all haven't seen that video he released yesterday, we'll when we get done here, go watch that video. How this man put up with that inconsiderate fucking prick and didn't body slam him through that coffee table. I don't know, sir. You are a better man than me, because I would have thrown him right through that fucking table. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I knew that he was going to be getting a little weird. You could just see it in his eyes. He got told something on the phone. I don't know what it was, but he got really, really angry with me, and I was just like, okay, good thing I'm recording, because this is going to get interesting. And then he just started I don't know any other word than just weird. He just started flailing around and skipping around, getting really close to me.
He was triggered
But
bad.
it's a public building as far as I'm. But yeah, what did I say to this guy that made him get set off other than give me my damn papers?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a tyrant. That's definitely a tyrant. He was upset that he couldn't impose his will on you.
Yeah, when I said, actually, you know what, that's a good point. When I sat down, I think that's what really set him off, because he wanted me to leave, so I just sat down on the couch. And next Friday, I finally have an appointment to see the chief of staff and the director, and I'm going to have a little conversation with them.
Absolutely. From this point, and I can't blame you for filming. Absolutely can't blame you at all for that, because the camera don't lie. You know what I'm saying? It's there for your protection, because obviously they're going to hide whatever, regardless. They're going to say, they can make up lies all they want. And it's insane that you have to be that way, where you can't trust the government to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm just recollecting. I'm just going through my files right now. I got an email the day that I went to Congress and met Don, the Allied Security. So they sent me they, as in Congress, sent me an email telling me that they were no longer going to help me with my case, and that all of my matters had been resolved. They stated in this email that the chief of patient experience told them that all of my matters were resolved, and now Congress is no longer going to take care of it. So when I was there at Mather VA, that last time when everybody saw, that was the chief of patient experience. And I directly asked her if she was the one who told them that. And she told me no, that she's never had any conversation any type of correspondence with Amibera's office. So they made all of that up just to get rid of me.
That's nuts. Absolutely insane.
So that was what that short 4-minute video was, is how it's so easy for somebody that has power to just throw you to the wayside when they have the American flag right outside of their front door, something that they swore an oath to, just like I did, but they want to ignore me. That's just my opinion. I don't understand what I've done. Oh, and on top of that, with all of these claims of me being a threat and me being a life ender, that's translated on over to Congress and the Allied Universal Security. I guess he's the supervisor. He wouldn't tell me his name and refused to give me a card, but he has the white shirt on in the video. He told me that there was an active threat against the congressman and asked me if I was the one who made the threat. This is insane. What have I done to be labeled whatever this is? What is going on? And all I wanted, and I got it, was the care to be provided to me outside. But now the actual criminals that created all of this maelstrom are still working in the VA, like the doctor who cyberstalked me. And the interesting thing is, I would have never found out had I not got the police report. And in the police report, it clearly states that she went on the internet and found pictures of me and then used those pictures to create the false narrative of me being the life ender.
Wow. So she stalked your Facebook, stole pictures off of your Facebook to make up a narrative to so you're the bad guy.
Yep, because I wouldn't comply to her orders. She called me one night and complained that I made an appointment, and then I hung up on her. And then she called me back and told me never to hang up on her again. And I told her that it's statements that she makes is what makes me not trust the VA. And then she told me that I should be happy that she even called me back.
Wow.
And this
wasn't your face? Yeah, Vet said wasn't your Facebook private?
Oh yes, okay. So she did not get the pictures from Facebook. My Facebook was private, but now it's gone. I tore it down because of that lady. But those pictures that she found, she typed my name in on the internet. I play airsoft, so the places that I go to, sometimes they'll put pictures up of the people that come and play, and I just happened to be up there. That she took the pictures from their website and used them against me.
Wow. So she used you playing a game and having fun and that to make you look like a terrorist.
Yes, sir. And she tried to flip it around because previously she's only seen me one time ever. Holy moly. Sorry, guys. She's only ever seen me one time through video, and I was in a wheelchair. She tried to use the fact that I was in a wheelchair against me, trying to say that I was, falsely claiming my status as a disabled veteran, when I just had surgery to correct that. She tried to flip the script of what actually happened and try to have my benefits taken away.
Insane. What? Just, man, I don't know about you guys, but I'm flabbergasted. And if for parents, that's nothing new. We're used to that screaming.
Yeah, his favorite show is on. That's so it's frustrating thinking about this stuff, but this is the current situation, is that nobody is holding anyone accountable that created this false narrative. Like the doctor, she's being protected by the union. The VA claims that they can't do anything about it because they're stockholders. How does that make sense? Because you're a stockholder, we're going to protect you, even though you violated HIPAA and you stalked one of your patients.
Wow.
And then,
So wait, they violated the HIPAA law by and what did they exactly do there? I mean, help us understand, because a lot of people don't understand how that can happen.
So she tried to use my pictures against me. She's not supposed to go. I don't know how to correctly word it. She's not supposed to go and investigate into a patient.
So basically, by violating HIPAA, she used personal information for her own gain. And
like that was the whole thing. Is the fact that she used my personal life and my personal information.
She didn't protect you, and nobody else protected you from people like her. So yeah, I get it.
The whole thing is I never even knew this happened. And that was the whole reason why the police started escalating against me and why the chief of staff is ignoring me, because they believe the story that she made up, and everybody believes that I'm a threat and that I'm going to come there and hurt them because of the false narrative that she created. Because if you look at the pictures that she used, it has me using replicas, like firearm replicas. They look real, but they're not. And that's what she did. She stalked me because I wouldn't listen to her. I wouldn't obey her.
Unreal. So she used the information that you have to provide to get the care that you deserve and need to paint a false narrative of you being a terrorist, made it sound like that you were unhinged, and that all in a means to silence you, to keep you from putting out the truth.
Well, let's also keep in mind that she didn't do this alone. Okay, she also had the help of Mike Alvarado. Mike Alvarado is a patient advocate, the guy who's supposed to be my middleman, my moderator, my mediator between healthcare and me. And he didn't. What he did was provide the secure messages to the doctor and the police officer. He helped Dr. Rathor create this narrative because I would not comply. Just like Mike Alvarado, he's the one in my first two videos, the guy who jumps up on his desk because he claims he can't see me. And those events, right? Me sending secure messages and them thinking that I'm a threat in some way is what created the narrative. And then they sent that up the chain and stopped everything. They halted my care because I would not comply.
Unreal. So basically, because you wouldn't bow down and kiss their ass, they took your care away from you and be like, nope, fuck you. We ain't doing nothing else for you.
Yeah, the best way I can describe it is they held it hostage. They used that. I mean, there's no other way to say it other than they used my words against me. They're very, very well rehearsed in this because this has been going on for years. You know, it's not just me, but I'm talking about the previous generations before me that have been trying to speak out for their own help. You know, they know how to spin the stories around on us and make us into the threat.
And listen, guys, let's get this correct so everybody understands. Then you know, for you people that want to say, oh well, you know, he's just trying to chase YouTube clout and all that stuff. and everything. Me and AVA had a conversation before all this happened and everything, and he was a big supporter of the police department. Backed the blue,
Yep.
100%. No trouble
not
with the
gonna lie,
law
yeah.
enforcement and that. You know, I'll
Yeah,
let him.
I have no criminal record. You know, I came out of the military with that respect for the uniform. And when previously to me being in the military, I was not law enforcement friendly. Thinking that things would change with my new life, you know, with the honor and the values that I have, that I would be able to respect them. But since these events have occurred and things that this community has shown me, I am definitely no longer a supporter of the Blue Line Gang.
And it's understandable why. I mean, look at you everyday life. You see where some law enforcement has violated somebody's rights to the point where it's unreal. And law enforcement officers with authority, especially like when you live in small towns like we do, there's numerous cases where they've even stalked people, and that it's just it's unreal.
See, I know I might sound paranoid, but that's something I do worry about, is those knuckleheads at the VA, because I live close to my VA. I don't want them coming to my freaking house because they know my address. I know that I'm paranoid. I know that, but I don't want to take that risk. And these police officers that are at the VA are bad news, man. They follow me around at the VA. What's to say that they don't follow me around or follow me home?
Yeah, and they're the government too. They could be listening on your phone calls. Yeah, this.
When you say about the small town, think about the VA facilities. They're a small town. These guys are the law in this small town, and whatever they say goes.
Yep, 100%. Absolutely, 100%. Hello, Mitch. I did see you come in and everything. Hello, sir.
And let me roll back through here. I apologize, everybody, but I do see you. I'm just frustrated, gang. I see you, Northwoods, old guy. Hey, Brooklyn, Chopper. You got to get your story out too, man. Sean, DG1, nice to see you.
Yeah, DG, that's a good idea. Invest in personal surveillance equipment inside and out. Absolutely, I agree, 100%.
Well, I remember that story that STC was telling me, how he had given somebody else access to the camera in his house, and it was a good thing that he did because the cops had broken into his house. That's what I mean. This community is so supportive, man. I cannot thank you enough, all of you.
Well,
Darlene,
that's what I've been. That's what I was saying the other night. No matter whether we agree or to disagree, not everybody's going to be 100% on board with everybody. We all have different thoughts on different things, politicians, life, religion. It's okay to disagree, but at the end of the day, we all have to be mature enough to understand that we can disagree and still be friends. You know what I mean? Just because I don't agree with something you say or anybody else says, don't mean we can't still be friends. We have to support one another. We're having to get our message out here, your message out here, Angry Vets messages, Georgia Transparency's messages, and just on and on of people being violated every day for no reason because people don't want to uphold the Constitution of the United States. It was wrote for a reason, guys.
honor and the how you say it, the camaraderie of veterans is is being lost at the VA. When I go to my VA, nobody says hi. Nobody looks at each other. Everybody looks like they're in fear. And the staff just roll around like it's just a normal day. It's almost like going to the pound. And you see all those crushed souls of the puppies that are stuck in there, you know?
Yeah, sorry about the roboting. I've got a little bit of a lag. They've been working on our cable lines and that here.
That's all I've got, and I appreciate you giving me some time. I'm not
Anybody
trying
has
to clout or whatever the heck that is. I just want the story out there, and I want to help other veterans. I could give a crap about subscriptions and likes or whatever it is. I just want to help the next guy. And the trolls,
Absolutely.
I don't care what you do, man. I am here for the veterans that are getting screwed, and they don't want to talk. They don't want to speak out, and I understand, because look at what's happening to the angry vet and I. It's frustrating, man, and it needs to stop. I was told to give up multiple times, and I'm not gonna.
If anybody has any questions they would like to ask or whatever, and that, or something they would like to say, I'm sure he'll do the best he can to answer your questions and everything. And then I'm going to open the panel up and let some people come up, and we'll spend a little time together and have a conversation.
You know, Sean Little, you said, I plan on staying free, and I'm more than willing to fight for it, and I see anyone like-minded as family. Yes, sir, I feel the same way. And willing to fight. That's the key. We need more people willing to fight this machine. I understand that everybody has their own thing. We need more veterans to stand up, or at least jump in this fight on here, because I don't know about your congressman or where your government lies, but mine's not going to help. I've only got all of you. Someone mentioned to me to try to reach out to the news outlets here. I have tried that. Maybe now I have a little bit more stuff out there on the internet. Maybe they might watch it. But I've reached out to my newspaper. I've reached out to a couple of the news stations. I'm really not sure what else I can do other than just keep going at going after the folks that I'm already going at. Hey, what's up, Angry?
What's that? How's everybody doing tonight?
Stressed. Trying to save the world.
Yeah, one VA at a time.
Well. How's everybody doing?
What's up? This is the first time I've been on a panel with Mitch.
Hey.
Well, strap in.
I'm on your team.
Yes, you are. This man, you guys.
I don't need no thanks. I do what I do, and I don't give a fuck about asking for an apology or forgiveness. I don't need no thanks. I do what I do because I do what I do.
Mitch got his number blocked at Congress. That's how many times the guy called.
That's why I posted that video. I called and just let it ring. The motherfucker won't even answer the phone when I call.
That's perfect. What's up, KS40?
Hey, I called Wangle Dangle. I called Wangle Dangle ass today. He thought he was slick. He thought he could block me.
Ouch.
I'm sorry. This is making me want to go get my GED, go to law school, and become a lawyer to advocate for vets.
Shit.
And fight the government. I don't care if I lose my law license.
I don't got a law degree, but I'm persistent as fuck. And every night they go to sleep, they sleep with me in their soul, because I'm in that bitch rent free and they can't get me out of there. Because I call every day. I call every day. I call for you too, Vet. Vet, my number block calling for you.
I believe it.
I don't give two fucks. What you gonna do? Send somebody over here to fill this hole I got?
Ah,
Right?
fill it in with
Stay
chicken
strong.
shit.
Hey, AVA, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Have you tried going to DC?
Man, listen, that's the worst runaround in the world. I've been on the phone with the Veteran Administration in Washington, D.C.
I'm
Boy,
not
them
talking about the vet administration in DC. I'm talking about going to the Capitol and sitting down with them.
But,
I mean, I've thought about it.
I'm not a vet. I got on the phone and burnt their ass up.
Yeah.
But that's
Hi,
all
Marcy.
I've thought about it. I don't have the time to do that.
I got on the phone. I got the
I would.
best
I don't know.
runaround in the world.
I mean, what would I do? Stand out there and just use a bullhorn, I guess? Because if they're cock blocking me over here, I'm pretty sure they're going to stop me from walking into the actual congressman's office.
Marcy.
I really don't know. I don't know for a fact. I just know that I want to do that. I've talked to other folks about it, like going, like C-SPAN and all that, standing in front of Congress and going on the public access channels.
I'm down to go to DC.
Have a good
Standing
night,
out
North
there.
Press. See you later, Northwoods.
Thank you, Northwoods. Thank you, everybody, for sharing my story. I really appreciate that. And thank you for listening to my story. That's the biggest thing.
Well, it's an important story to share,
Yeah.
And we're I also want to say that we are getting emails several times a week. I know AVA can attest to this, and we hear you, and we are trying our best to help everybody that we can in the best way that we can while we're dealing with our own situations. So don't get mad at us. That's all I'm saying.
I take up as much slack for y'all as I can with the telephone and the emails.
I think it's beautiful that you do that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
For everybody
appreciate
sitting out
that
here
a lot.
listening, and that to me, this ain't about auditor, not auditor, whatever. This is about human beings that have been done wrong, that are being mistreated, and they need that support and that love from people to back them, to say, "Hey, look here, I'm here. I hear you." You know what I'm saying, guys? And it's not only about their rights; it's about everybody's rights. You could be next. Your brother, your sister, your aunt, somebody you know could be next.
Marcy made a good point. She said set up an appointment with him in his office in D.C.
It's tough. It's easier said than done.
To.
Bring up
They won't even
bring up Skipper. He's the Veterans Nation is in the house. Just saying.
Hey, yeah, that gentleman has some. I don't want to give his stuff up, but there's some interesting things that gentleman has going on as well. But he's been supporting us as well, getting my story out there, getting the Angry Vet story out there. I don't know how to share to get up here or whatever, but this Nightmares channel, I can't just pull people up here.
I'm just saying, he's got some words of wisdom. He's helped me out.
You can share the little thing. Hit the invite down there and just copy the link and post it over in your chat, bro. Absolutely.
I don't even know how to find the link. So I have it on my phone, but I'm on the computer right now.
Down at the bottom where it says shows your microphone and all that stuff.
If you're on a computer, it shows your search bar.
I don't have an invite key.
If you're on a computer, grab the URL at the top, and it has the invite key in it.
I also put it in the
I'm not-
private
I
chat
don't-
backstage if you want to copy it.
Yeah, put it in the private chat.
Sorry, I did.
Yep. Well, I've been talking to this vet back in the on the creators page. I'm in this chat I was in the chat with on the creators page, and one of the guys I was chatting with, fuck around. How about the motherfucker called me on the phone? He worked for YouTube. I didn't even know I was chatting with a motherfucker work for YouTube. Cause I was asking questions about shit, and none of the creators could answer them. So I get a random phone call when I'm chasing the coyote in the woods, and it's this dude from YouTube. He tell me, he say he think I'm hilarious, but he like what I do. He say, cause you just don't give a fuck, and you got the slickest mouth in the business. He said, I've been watching. He said, I've been watching you, and I like what you do, cause you don't ask nobody's permission. You just do it. But I was talking to him about like all the copy and paste and trying to put it on the clipboard, and you got to go all over the place and do it. I was telling him, I said, you make it easier if you put it, like, if you want to stream or you a moderator or something, and you already got the clipboard there, and you can copy something right onto the clipboard, so you don't have to do the copy and paste and be bouncing all over the place trying to find shit. Your clipboard already right there for you. And he say, I'll run it up the ladder and see what happens. So that will make it easier for people that want to post links. Because all this copy and paste and running here and running there trying to find the link and all that shit, that ain't good. Once you get the link, you should be able to just copy it right to the clipboard and have the clipboard right there where you can see it when you need it.
It's true. Trump says that there is always a distraction conveniently.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not very technically inclined, so that's why I'm still semi lost in all this shit.
That's why. See, I'm not technologically advanced either, but I ask the right questions, and I just think having the clipboard where you can see it, where you can copy it, where you can touch copy and hit clipboard, and it'll go right up on your clipboard, and you ain't got to be looking for shit because you already have all your links on the clipboard that you want to put on now. It just made sense.
Nightmare, is it cool if somebody can drop a link for us for Veteran Nation?
And I like Trump said. Trump said it's definitely right. For the last 100 years, has always been a distraction.
If you would, Darlene, that would be great, honey. I can't do it on both sides. I don't know why it's not allowing me to. Normally, StreamYard will allow you to drop for all, and I don't know why it's being funny tonight. But
and see, I'm trying to get get all that without having to. Like somebody down there said the same thing that I was working on. Like if you want to go to somebody's page, you just touch the name and you be able to go there like you used to be able to do on YouTube. Now you can't do that.
Yeah, I know it sucks.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm talking to them. But they got to pass it all the way up the chain. The alphabet got the final say so. YouTube don't got the final say so. The big boys up at Alphabet got the final say so on it.
The like button won't let you press it, Sean Little. That's sad. See, it seems like YouTube is trying to silence us, or somebody is, trying to keep from getting the message out there.
And there's people.
I know
people in the background.
Like to shadow ban certain subjects.
People in back. It's the people in the background complaining.
Hello, Skipper. Welcome. Thank you for coming up, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for the shout out as well to Angry Vet and a Veterans Affair as well. Good guys.
What's good, Skipper?
Well, that's you guys were talking. So I'm the skipper. Our show is Veteran Nation, but it's also a nonprofit. And myself and the Angry Vet, we've had some discussions. If anyone wants to use the nonprofit, because I'm all about helping every vet out there. If we want to request meetings to various Congress people on behalf of the nonprofit, let's do it.
Now that'll work. Cause I've been blowing up the phone and that motherfucker blocked me.
The more organization we have, and it doesn't seem like it's just a couple crazy dudes on the internet, the better it's going to be for us.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's the way I phrase my questions and the response that they get. They know I'm far from crazy. You know I gotta be far from crazy. They block my number so that I can't call them.
Can somebody get Veterans Nation's Veterans Nation's link and drop it in the chat on both sides, please?
Hey, Vet, I got me a new phone number for him today.
You got like 5 phones stacked up, huh?
No, I had to go. All them numbers blocked.
You should spy, man.
I had to go get my old. I had to go back and get my old Text Plus out.
You can also use Google Voice number.
You got to beep for
No, that's blocked. My Google Voice is blocked. I'm a nasty motherfucker, Skipper. I don't give them no break. I be calling at 2:00 in the morning.
Skipper, he is relentless.
I'm wondering if we can get a bunch of taxpayers to stand up behind the Angry Vet and AVA and all the vets saying, hey, look, our tax money's paying for this. You start treating these guys better or we're just going to keep protesting it.
I can tell you, because I've helped some other groups with some. This is essentially a communications campaign plan. If we want to organize, and we don't have to use my nonprofit, we don't have to use that. If we want to create our own thing, we can do that. But we definitely want to have a petition, and we definitely want to come with solutions. They don't like it when people want to come and just yell at them. If we can have point by point solutions, and I think a Veterans Affair really did well on this by saying we need to make it mandatory for everyone in the VA to identify themselves on the phone. That's a major point. That is a solution we can get Congress's attention on and be like, these people are hiding behind anonymity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
if you're a government official, you should identify to the public. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, as I had tell by my videos,
so why shouldn't they?
That way.
I mean, if I got to identify when I was a firefighter to the public, why shouldn't the VA have to identify? They work for the government.
Why do VA
right? I mean, you guys
have
saw how
cams?
That lady was. Well, I'm still trying to figure that one out. Like you guys saw when I was upstairs at the third, over there at the executive suite, that lady, she was resisting so hard to give me her boss's name. I was like, yeah, you know that's something you have to do. And then she finally gave in after the 5th time of me getting at her about it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's fun. They don't like to do stuff because it fucks up the gravy train.
Them that they're in charge. Yeah, well, I mean, they believe that they have power over us.
Yeah, and when you force, hey, Nightmare, before I forget, tell Mary I said hi.
I will.
I heard her back though.
That was Harley, but yes, Mary's Mary's upstairs here too. So
Yeah, I heard her earlier.
Hmm.
She ain't gonna be yelling at me.
she brought me some homemade peanut butter cookies.
I had a Taco Bell steak and grilled cheese steak burrito and some nacho fries.
Ooh,
Hey, it tastes real good when it's free,
That sounds like heartburn.
man. Heartburn. That wasn't even enough to make a burp.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to my wife's mother and her uncle, who both work for the VA in Kansas, if they can't give me the numbers for people in DC.
They should be able to.
I think that's a bad idea. I don't think you should. I mean, unless you really trust these people, I wouldn't give the VA any heads up on any of it. Period.
Oh, I trust them.
Well, make sure it's on the down low, because they will retaliate against them, and in 6 months from now, they'll find out that they have a bunch of complaints that were lodged against them, and they'll get fired.
Yeah,
I was hoping
I'll see
Tats was still
what
in
they
here.
can do.
That's why I can get away with
And it's
making them phone call. That's why I can get away with making them phone calls, guys. They can't do shit to me.
Stop for 1 second. KS 40. What's your what
My
should I
real
call
name's
you?
Dustin.
Okay, hey Dustin. This is a true story, and it happens. I have the proof.
Good night, Harley.
So please be careful with what you asked your loved ones and friends to do for you that work for the VA. Please.
Okay.
Please be careful with that. I wouldn't be telling you if I didn't know.
All
And
right.
that's why I say petitions. I know they seem stupid, but they're actually pretty powerful because Congress does pay attention. If we create some way of communicating to pass around one petitions, and the next thing is hashtags, and post it under, if we coordinate our hashtags, that gets us trending and it brings in attention and kind of organizes everything. That's what these people know. So especially now that we're getting into election season, if we can, for each of these incidents, we get a petition going. And even if it's only 500 people, that's 500 people that we can walk in, slap on the table, and say, these people are with us. And we're going to come after you if you don't do something. And if we come up with a hashtag or a question that we ask these elected officials, that'll be very powerful, because we can take the phone, the camera, put it right in their face and say, will you support us on this?
I agree 100%. And that's what we're working on.
What? Okay, like change.org, where you can create petitions there. Would that work?
Absolutely. I've done some through there, and it's very social media sharing friendly. I don't know.
Gravy in the chat at all? Has anybody seen Gravy?
I have no idea. I'm on 5 different pages right now. I'm trying to watch Flex Your Freedoms, but I can't figure out this volume thing without screwing everything up.
I
have
believe that if there's any other platforms that want to share veteran stories out there, Sergeant Gravy has a good story to share with everybody of why the VA is fucking evil.
And honestly, by doing videos of each other's stories, I know we've talked about getting you on the news with your story. That's where the news, because the news is lazy. So the more we can get these stories in front of each other and then say, okay, what's your local news agencies? Not, instead of you emailing your local news, let me do it. Let everyone else in this chat email it to the local news and say, you need to talk to this guy. Here's an interview he already did. Because these news people are lazy, they'll just watch that interview and be like, oh yeah, we can do this story.
Exactly. And that's what I'm running into right now with my local news agencies. They don't want to hear anything about it because of the chats and stuff.
Okay, so I am familiar with your area because I used to be at Quantico out there. So let's get together tomorrow and come up with a list of emails, and I'll push it out on my channel of tell people, hey, if you're a fan of me, send the Angry Vets video to these places and tell them they need to do this story, because then it's not you advocating, it's us advocating on your behalf.
Why is Flex on the screen?
You said something about Flex, so I went and got.
Oh no, I was just trying to watch him and see what he was talking about, but I couldn't get the words to come out without screwing everything up here. So
We
this
got
isn't
Gravy
my
in the chat.
StreamYard.
Have Missling recovered. I promise. I guarantee you.
If you wanted to hear it, hashtag just saying there.
I don't know if he wants to be on here. I wouldn't be put. I mean, it wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't be putting him up. That's totally up to you.
Yeah, he's something else. I like watching him sometimes. He's
Grandma is out of retirement now, or yeah, out of prison now. So grandma's back in action.
Yeah, they in trouble with grandma. Grandma don't give two fucks. You gonna mess with grandma like that?
The other thing I'll say, if any of you guys have legal battles, if any of you guys have legal battles, on veterannationfoundation.com, I sell t-shirts. If you want me to design a t-shirt and give all proceeds to your legal battle, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, well, I need to come out and see you. Actually, I need to sit down in person with you and go over some things that we need to go over. Greg is actually flying out to see me this week, and we're going to go over a game plan for the nonprofit and stuff. And yeah, I'm going to need you to make up some t-shirts for me.
Absolutely, and I've already gone through the steps of creating a nonprofit. So any questions you have, if you want to ping me, I'll tell you what was good, what was bad, what sucked.
For sure.
Well, listen, guys, I've never served in the military. Well, I've had family that did, but I'm 100% with our veterans, 100%. I don't have a very big platform, but I damn sure will advocate for you folks that are being mistreated.
I'm the farthest thing there is from a vet.
I respect that. I appreciate it.
I'm a convict though. I've been there, done that. I know what it's like to fight.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask
Did you
away.
serve your time?
I did 9 in a 8x10 cell.
I don't care what your time was. I'm just asking, did you serve your time?
I did every day of it. And
all right, then you're good in the court. You're good in books by me.
I ain't mad that I did it, because what I did because the man didn't want to pay me my money.
Hello, Baltimore County.
But you know, I'm firmly behind. If you don't fight, you already lost.
That's right.
A closed mouth ain't gonna never get nothing done.
That's right.
True story.
They said it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I ain't asking for forgiveness or permission. If you got a problem with what I did, don't talk to me no more. Cause I'm gonna do what I think. I'm gonna do what I think is right.
Can I tease a video?
Huh?
What video you want?
I have a video that I'll be pushing out. I've got court on Tuesday. A Veterans Affairs have seen my video. Pretty much, I was attacked by an assistant chief of staff of the base near where I lived at, and I have
Is
it
it
on. What's
is it
that?
on your channel?
He come up behind me and attacked me, and I defended myself. Uh, Currently, I'm under a TRO, temporary restraining order, so I can't post it. But I have court on Tuesday for that TRO, and let me just say
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
Gloria.
pick this thing up. What's that?
I was just telling Gloria, thank you for dropping links in both channels.
Oh.
She's being awesome.
So yeah, watch out for that video because if you want to see a dude get his clock cleaned, I definitely defended myself successfully.
Careful, you've come down hard on these violence
Sir,
issues.
yes, sure you did.
What's the court date?
Tuesday.
Well, the government trains us to defend ourselves.
What they charge you with?
Right now it's a mutual battery. He charged me with battery, I charged him with battery, but
Oh,
because I have the video where he comes up and puts his hands on me from behind, mine was a self-defense situation.
okay. What state you in?
California.
Okay, listen. This is what you do. Go back to the original police report, right? And pull up the statute and look at the statute they wrote it under and look at what the report says and see if the statute and the report match. If they don't match, and you can point it out and you're 100% correct, they're either going to drop it, dismiss it, or tell the prosecution they got to rewrite it as a lesser charge because they can't rewrite it as the same thing. But if you can prove that because you're a veteran, that you suffer from PSTD, or any other symptoms, that man walking up behind you, touching you, caused you to freak out and react because the first thing you thought about was somebody's trying to kill you.
You perfectly described the video. Like, I don't even hesitate. He shoves me into a van. I turn around and just clock him.
Yeah. I don't know everything, but I know a lot of shit.
Well, if you walk up behind me and I don't know you and grab me, even if I know you, you're liable to get clocked because that's
if you walk up behind me and touch me, I don't care who you is. I'm swinging for the fences.
I grew up with an older brother who was fairly aggressive, and he had a bunch of older brother friends. They were also aggressive. You go be scrapping, you come up on me real sudden.
Well, if you see my videos, I've been attacked over my service dog before, and it takes a lot to get me to become violent. But if you come at me looking for violence, you're going to find it. And they only put this TRO on me because I have my channel. And they didn't want this video to be seen.
You're
the
gonna get
base is
that
aware
night
that this video exists.
Yeah,
So,
but you know you can share it with somebody. You can send it to somebody Gmail.
Can you share it with somebody else and them share it legally, or would that be
No, a big no right there. Just leave
It'd be
leave it
third
in your
party, and it would be in violation of the TRO.
But see, hold on, wait a minute, slow down. Legally, he can send that video. It's his video. Legally, he can send that video anywhere he wants to send it, and there's absolutely nothing they can say about it. It's not violating the TRO because he didn't post it.
Actually, it is, because if you read some of the TROs, it even says third-party contact will be a violation.
Do not do it, Mike. Just don't do it. Not until
I'm just going to wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, what's the TRO say on it? Look at the very bottom and see if it's got any clauses in it. If there's no clauses in it, even if that clause is in it, that clause ain't legal.
There are clauses, but come Tuesday.
Listen, Skipper, that clause that you can't send that video anywhere is not legal. It's not legally binding because they can't forbid you from sending that somewhere because you might end up in the hospital before you go to court. Your phone gets smashed. The video's gone. you sent it somewhere to protect the video so it wouldn't get lost. That's how you get around that. KS, I've been doing this since 1975. I know more tricks than most people know.
Well, I did send it before the TRO was issued. I sent it to some people, like I said, Kahuna, he's seen it. So it's out there. Some people have seen it, some people haven't. I'm just waiting until court on Tuesday because in court, I'm going to show the video because they said I attacked them first. The video shows that's not the case.
Yeah. But you see how I just read it off what happened without you even telling me. I've been in them situations. I know what you did. But I understand the law from a different point because I've been on that side of it many times. I've been fighting the court system since 1975 when I was 9 years old. I don't give two fucks. I'm going all in. But I read enough of the law to know there's always a way around shit. The best thing you can do is go in the back door, learn the back door like they do, and run in the front door screaming like you crazy and don't know a fucking thing, and then you drop a bomb on them.
Well, I'm aroused.
Sasquatch, I seen you playing with your beard. Mine's longer.
Yeah, I was going to interview your beard. I think we could have a long conversation about flavors.
What's going on, Gravy?
Have we met, brother? I'm Sasquatch. How you doing?
No, sir, but pleasure to meet you.
What's going on, Gravy?
Thank you, man.
Not much.
I've seen you with Angry Vet and AVA, and that's all I need to know. You have to be a good dude if they let you hang around with them.
I'm a Sasquatch. I lurk absolutely everywhere.
That you do. You in more places than me.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. What's funny is there's a bunch of places he's at that I haven't actually spoken yet that I've seen him.
I see you. Hey, Sasquatch. You come up with some good names, so I give you credit. I give you credit. Believe me, I know you there. I seen you lurking the other day.
And
when I was over there with the music people, you was in the background lurking.
Just so you guys know, I got a text a while ago, and I'm not going to reveal my source because you never do. But I got a text message a while ago. Just so you know, the guy that was in here a while ago was the real Kaiser using his second channel. So all I can say is, Wrangler, if you were in here, fuck you. I hope you fry.
Man, Wrangler
It's fine.
Wrangler's got like 15 socks.
He might need some help.
Screenshot this and call me crazy fucking Wrangler, you motherfucker.
Exactly.
I dropped in on his ass good today. He thought he had me blocked. I pulled a fast one on his ass. He put that subscribers 20-minute mode on there. He didn't even know I was already there. Bitch, you can't get me.
Hey, bitch.
I was in the chat.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Tell me how you really feel. Back in the day, you used to be able to have an unlimited number of accounts attached to the same YouTube.
Yeah.
One email and 100 accounts.
Yep.
I straight up lined up 150 some odd accounts, and I would flood into people's live stream.
Hey, you was lurking the other day. Did you see when I shot the Jester in the face? I called him out. Jester is one of Mr. Stankalot's socks. Mr. Stankalot goes.
Why do I have StreamYard written across my thing and Nightmares?
Mr. Stankalot's got Mr. Stankalot goes all the way back to your friend, the one that you be picking on all the time.
Which one?
Well, because I have the paid version of StreamYard that I have is the lesser version.
The one on the music channel.
And you can't get rid of the StreamYard, and the little nightmare thing is just a cover up there. It's just a watermark more than anything.
Right.
Well, why is it on mine and nobody else's?
Because it's just in that corner where you're
It's on
safe.
mine too.
Hey, Sasquatch. You almost got by me, Sasquatch. The only reason I knew it was you is because of the way you write. That's
Well,
the only.
I can't be chatting around like a moron, can I?
But it's not even
Why not? I
not
do it all
even
the
chat.
time.
No, you miss it. Sasquatch got some slick shit to say out his mouth, but it's the way he says it. And
What's up, Lawless?
man, I fell out the chair laughing. I'm like, man, it ain't but one person I know that talks like that. But I wasn't gonna say nothing. I just sat there. And after you left, everybody's like, man, who in the fuck is that dude? I said, well, I tell you what, I ain't fucking with him.
In a world where Lawless sneaks in on somebody else's channel.
Hey,
In a world where Lawless joins the chat.
hey, Sasquatch.
Yes,
They
sir.
know when I say, man, I ain't fucking with him. They know to leave you alone. If I say I ain't fucking with you and I ain't shooting, they know to leave you alone.
It's no fun though. If nobody messes with me, I don't get the mess back because I can only do it defensively now.
Yeah, them dudes over there, boy. You know what they gonna do. Them motherfuckers.
Thank you, Miros, for giving out One Nightmare's membership. I appreciate you. Thanks, and congratulations to whoever just received.
They go Lawless. In a world where Lawless shows up with James Earl Jones' laugh and a bottle of water.
He's about the only person I've come across that has a better voice than I do. He just outright.
I know Lawless needs to do radio.
He's got a great voice.
He could do some of the coolest voiceovers.
What I want him to do is to take the exact same script that Dave Attenborough used and go find some wonky YouTube versions of those videos to use the script on. Full on do his total movie voice whenever he's doing In a World Where Everything Goes Horribly Wrong. A beaver was born.
What the hell?
I got a better one. You want to hear a better one? Hey, boo boo. What's the most amazing thing you've ever heard?
Let's go steal Mr. Ranger's picnic basket.
This show just went real weird.
I'm sorry, I have that effect on people.
You better get your ass over here. I got a popsicle for you.
Hamstrings.
Get your ass over here, you piglet son of a
Hey,
bitch.
Skipper, I apologize for my friends. They're a little weird.
I don't know what the hell these boys are up to.
That's pretty good.
I don't know either.
I done caught that fool whacking off in my tool shed.
Hey, boo boo. Wait, no, somebody do Boonhauer. Who's got Boonhauer?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm on through there, man, and the went on down there around the corner there, man. They was standing on them. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, why all of a sudden?
I'm a boomhauer, man.
Why all of a sudden I hear deliverance music?
Ding, 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 ding.
You squeal like a pig, boy.
You sure got
Get over here. You sure got a pretty mouth.
Boy, you sure got a pretty mouth. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Did you know that the Australians lost a war against the emu twice?
Man, that's what happened when you try to steal emu eggs.
No, the problem is that emu have evolved over millions of years to scatter anytime danger presents itself. So they show up with machine guns and be like running all kinds of different directions, and half the time they end up shooting their own vehicles.
Oh, sorry, AVA.
We creep her out.
What happened? I'm trying to keep my mic muted because I got the kids screaming all the damn time.
It's probably more interesting than the topics we're covering, though. Hey, I'd like to give a toast to the whole room. Here's to you and here's to me, and may we never disagree. But if we do, to hell with you. Here's to me.
over the gums and through the teeth. Watch out, stomach here, the liquor comes.
Here.
I'm sorry. That's through the teeth and over the gums. Watch out, stomach. Here it comes.
Or one of them damn things. I don't drink. I smoke a lot of weed, so I'm kind of fucked up.
There ain't nothing wrong with some good old 420.
I had a guy, I host different YouTubers, and the YouTuber I hosted last sat backstage with me for like 3 hours, basically fussing at me for smoking pot because apparently he didn't realize I did until like after the show, and I was like, boy, that was stressful. Like, what, dude? Like, I didn't think you did that stuff. And I was like, are you crazy? I'd be freaking a psychopath without this stuff. I'm actually a psychopath without it.
You like me? I don't like, if I ain't high, I don't like nobody.
No. I understand that concept, but if I'm not high, no one likes me.
If you're a veteran, don't drink by yourself. Otherwise, they'll use that against you.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
That's kind of like I get a lot of veterans who invite me to their churches, and I always give them the same thing, which is a question, which I say, is it a snake handling church? And they'll look at me weird and say no, and then I'll ask, can it be?
Ladies and gentlemen, this man is speaking about a Southern Baptist tradition where we pass around the viper for no apparent reason. But it says within the book of, I have no idea, I don't read the Bible that much, but I can continue this if you like. Oh, I got one other voice that I do really well. Alex Jones.
They're turning the frogs gay.
That's pretty good. Dude, that's pretty good, dude. Anybody else?
No, I can't top that.
Hillary Clinton's vagina smells just like brimstone. Every time you turn around, they're putting more of these chlorofluorocarbons in the water. Every time I turn around, they're trying to change the structure of the entire universe to bring out the reptilians and all of the edges.
Okay.
Disturbing.
That's good.
When I go back and listen to it, it bothers me.
Aliens are real.
Absolutely. Aliens are real. Every time you come out and you get another one of these whistleblowers, another pass to go tell a little bit of the truth so that we can start buying into the whole tinfoil hat conspiracy.
Yeah, that's Alex.
I should do my Jesse Body Ventura. Be like, it's the HARP system. They're controlling the weather.
That's pretty good. That's really good, actually.
Hey, Sasquatch, you know what I ain't heard nobody whose voice I've never heard anybody be able to imitate? Is George Norrie on Coast to Coast.
George Norrie.
On Coast to Coast. He took over for Art Bell.
I'm
George Norrie.
Familiar, but
yeah.
I think he took over after Art Bell passed away.
No, Art Bell went to the Philippines because he was in trouble because he put that shit out there. And he wasn't supposed to. He put that shit out there. He wasn't supposed to put out there. He went to the Philippines to hide, and then all of a sudden he came up missing.
In a world where Lawless came in and said hello to Nightmare's auditors.
In a world where Lawless says hello to Mitch, and he got a bottle of water because he needs to flush his pancreas.
Yeah, I put my email and phone number in private chat. If y'all need
to
do research or something to help you out, send me an email or text or call me, and I'll do what I can.
I already got it.
Bro, I want to know so much already. Are you sure you want to offer that up like that?
I normally don't sleep at night, and it'll give me something to do.
Me neither. We should totally do a movie night.
John, I think he's dealing with children. That's where AVA is right at the moment.
Yeah, he said his children was in the room making noise or something.
Oh, it's good. I love kids.
Yeah. As long as
I
it's not
do.
yours, right?
Noise.
As long as
You like?
them back, bro.
Well, I'll
Grandkids
bring
are
them
the
back
best,
in here then.
bro. Grandkids are the absolute bestest. I cannot tell you
They
how
are.
grandkids are, man. Let me tell you what I did with this one grandkid I got, right? Mama brings her over. She's tired of dealing with her. She hands her to me. She doesn't know that I got a whole thing of Reese's over here, right? It's dead silent.
Yeah, me
Reese's,
with the
Love you too,
granddad.
Hawk.
Granddad always got a way.
right? I'm evil. I'm not
Listen,
evil.
bro, I know what you're talking about. I've got 16 kids, 39 grandkids, and 18 great grandkids. So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You
I come from a big family. Candy is the slickest way in the world. That and a beer in a bottle.
All right, so here's a weird thing. I come from a ginormous family, like a truly unbelievably huge family. That is to say, my father had 6 sisters, his father had 6 sisters, and that doesn't count the brothers, right? So I'm related to everyone.
Hell, we might be related somewhere down the line because we both.
Somebody asked me the other day, says, "Man, why do you have such a big family?" I said, "Dude, I'm from a small town. We only do the 3 F's around here: farming, family, and fucking."
They cross up sometimes. You end up doing one with the other in the hay.
Yeah, Sasquatch, I know that feeling. There was 53 girls born in my family before I came out. I come from a big family too.
Moly.
Here's the thing people don't get when I tell them that my father had 6 sisters. I'm in a small town. My father had 6 sisters, and they married within 150 miles of where they were born. So all 6 sisters took on other last names and made progeny under those last names, which means I'm first cousins with probably somebody relatively closely related to you. And that goes back several generations. I have a great grandfather who had 3 wives and 8 children with the first wife, 12 children with the second wife, and 14 children with the third wife. The third wife he purchased in St. Louis for $41 and a rifle, and sold her to herself for a kiss at his determined point, and then took her back to like Tennessee or wherever and married her. And that was where he wanted the kiss, and he sold her to herself. She was a free woman after that and stayed, gave her 13 kids.
Wow.
Right? Wow.
There's a veteran I do some work with.
At a very low number.
There's a veteran I work with. He's got 8 kids. I told him, sounds like you need a TV.
Man, all he needs is a solid wedding. That will stop all of the sex.
A-Jot out there, Sasquatch.
A-Jot?
Yeah, A-Jot tag you it. I'm going to get you before you get me.
That's funny. I sent her an email, invited her backstage after the blast rating. She didn't show up, and I was offended, so I got drunk, and I'm sulking now. I need my Binky back. She doesn't come around and say hey anymore. She don't love me. You know, Toe for Life's my baby daddy, right?
Whoa. That's a kind of pulling experience. That'd be a kind of real pulling experience.
Well, I mean, you just have no idea the strength of the Sasquatch sperm. They can swim upstream like 900 miles across open freaking deserts.
You a Bigfoot. They better be able to swim upstream.
See you later, Skipper. Thank you, sir.
Hey, can I ask a totally like serious
Thank
question
you.
that's the general panel?
What's that?
Who here believes that Sasquatch is real?
I'm looking at him.
Oh, 100.
I mean, the fuzzy fuck out in the forest. I'm just saying, like anybody.
Oh
Man,
yeah, she lives in Clarksville, Tennessee.
I've heard a lot of close encounter stories. I used to live up in Washington State, and a lot of people out there claim to have seen Bigfoot up there.
I had a Bigfoot hunter pull up to my front gate the other day with my angry chicken sign. I was going to the mailbox. The motherfucker pulled up to the gate and
All right.
said, and they said, can we drive down your little road over there and go out in the woods and look for Bigfoot? I said, you know, it's getting close to Halloween, right? I need some decorations in my tree.
Yeah, no, I actually believe in Bigfoot.
If it was a Bigfoot back there, I'd have met that motherfucker already, because I stay in the woods back there chasing them damn coyotes and bears and shit. And I ain't got nothing but a machete.
KS, what is that? 40FG. What's your channel?
That's his channel, KSFOFD.
My bad.
It's fine.
I try everywhere I can be.
Hey.
All right,
you go over on mine, you can say hi to the chickens and Gregory's girlfriend, the donkey.
I'm just saying, you believe there is some description of a hominid that exists in North America that's undescribed by science.
Yeah.
Okay. Gravy, how about you? You're muted. If you're talking.
Lost one.
I think he said in private chat he was going outside for a smoke.
All right, Nightmares. Are you down with the Sasquatch?
Well, I'm going to put it like this. You know, here's my thought on Sasquatches, aliens, ghosts, and things like that. We live in a world where anything is possible. And to be foolish enough to believe that God didn't create other things besides us and other beings besides us is closed-minded.
I like that.
What's up, Hawk? I see you, my brother from another mother.
Is that Hawk fan? I like that.
That's Hawk.
I love Hawk fan. He's awesome.
That's my brother from another mother.
Dude, Hawk fan hooked onto my channel like back 25, 30 subscribers or something like that. And I had no idea who he was at all. I didn't know. I was just like, he seemed like a good dude. Turns out he is a good dude. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I love Hawk fan down for the cause 100%.
Does anyone else here have an actual bona fide type Sasquatch, Bigfoot type skunk ape encounter?
No. I can't say that I have. I've been all out in the Everglades and all, and I ain't seen one yet.
Yeah, I married her, and then I divorced her about 5 years later.
I mean, I've never seen motherfuckers, and I've seen tall motherfuckers. So
I live
two, and you
I
live in the country. I seen some women that look like Bigfoot. I seen one tonight that was so ugly she could have scared ugly.
Scared of ugly off of ugly. That's for us.
I'm talking about. She turned around and I almost ran.
Okay, so I have this story that most of my life I told as, and I quote, my hobo in a fur coat. Because I didn't actually want to admit that I'd seen something that I knew I'd seen, but at the same time, like, I can't prove it. There's no evidence. All there is I lived in a swamp. In 1997, 98, the summer was absurdly hot, absurdly dry. And I found out that there are sinkholes out there because it dried up completely.
Mm-hmm.
The only place that had water were these sinkholes, and there was like 5 or 6 of them out across the swamp. And there's this one called the Medlock Hole. It's marked by these 3 cypress trees whenever you're canoeing across this joint. So I go out there with like my 4-wheeler and get as close as I can and then walk the other mile in there to it. And when I get there, there's this dude, naked as a jaybird, fuzzy as a tortoiseshell cat. If this man had been standing 2 feet to the right or 2 feet to the left, I would have missed it completely. I might have walked up, started fishing in that hole, and never knew he was there. his fur was the color of dappled shadow on Armstrong. I know, dude, it's absurd. And I always assumed that maybe it was one of my less than civilized cousins, because I'm related to everybody. So cousins. I've got fuzzier cousins. It's true. That is true. But
I
what really
smelled a skunk ape one time.
what bothered me is he was uncircumcised and naked. He walked away, and I stood there and went, okay, I'm going home.
I'd had to ask him, do we got some good herb?
Bro, I was so stunned. Dude, if this was okay, let me try this again. This was not a black man. This was not a white man. This was not a he was a bikini wax away from voting Democrat. But I would not have called him
He was fucked up.
all I'm saying is if you'd give this man a good shave, he could have voted right next to you. He could have rode on the subway right next to anybody. But as he was a bit too and in fact, this is why I have this is the whole reason why I have this as my thing is he didn't have a beard like I do. Like, you see my beard. My beard is around my mouth and it covers all of this. He didn't have a beard. He had a beard like this.
But that's cool on that Sasquatch, though. And he got on some dog boys.
Ajot has done some manipulating of that so that it has whatever we're doing. I don't know. She does things. It's cool. I like what she does.
Ajot's talented. She just don't act like it.
No, she doesn't have the follow through. She has a million great ideas and she's constantly spouting them off, and no one takes her seriously because she doesn't take herself seriously.
I love her to death, though. She make my day when I see her.
I like her.
When she like you. I just never know when she gonna pop up. She's more elusive than you, Sasquatch.
I at least have a schedule.
No, you don't.
I absolutely do have a schedule every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, unless it's parade day, my birthday, or some other reason on Saturday.
You take a bath.
My hair takes a minute.
I do believe in ghosts, though.
Hey, AVA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, AVA.
Yes, sir.
I bet you ain't in the funk no more.
No, I'm pretty chill now.
Ghosts.
You
guys definitely brought me out of that.
That's why I told you to put the link up so I could come up here, because I was tired of listening to you being in the funk.
I was busy, bro. I was doing the blast radius with Captain Curmudgeon, and I saw you go live like 10 seconds after I did, and I was like, I'll get there, man. Eventually.
You didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate it, though.
No. I don't know.
Hey, you know the coolest, you know the coolest thing I ever saw was a bald-headed skunk with a derby on. Dude had a bald-headed skunk.
Sounds like an Uncle Buck episode.
Nah, dude was riding down the road on a Honda Goldwing and had a skunk on the back of the motherfucker that was bald-headed and had a derby on.
Oh, hell.
All right. I got one. This is retarded. This is so stupid. I had a buddy of mine named Daryl. Daryl's not the brightest cookie in his entire box, right? He decides to go that screw this whole Georgia thing. I'm going to Texas and I'm going to be a real man. He goes out to Texas for 6 months, works various jobs, says, screw that shit. I'm going back to Georgia. And he comes home. On the way home, it just so happens that another buddy of ours was in Louisiana. And so he swung by and picked him up. And then they found a skunk on the side of the road that had been hit by a truck and was injured. And they decided that they were going to take it to a vet, and they threw it on the back of the truck and they forgot all about it.
Oh man. Bad
So-
day for somebody.
Homie gets back to Georgia 14 hours later.
Oh no.
Well, I know he was right.
Homie pays me $125 to clean out the back of his truck. I'm like, okay, fine, bring it by the house. I'll fucking do it. That's fine. I mean, he paid me up front. He handed it to me out front. I knew there was a problem. I knew there was an issue. Right there.
I learned a valuable lesson: never carry fishing bait in the back of a suburban or a station wagon. That stinks.
I did it in a Suburban. I left a cooler in the back of the Suburban.
Oh no.
I could not get the smell out.
Nah.
That or leave
Oh,
That Suburban's haunted. And
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the program where I interrupt with a commercial. Thank you all for being here, and we appreciate your love and support. Make sure you hit that like button and share it out. And you too can become a member of the Nightmares family for only 99 cents. This message has been brought to you by Nightmares Auditors. Thank you. Carry on.
And you can't beat that price with a stick, even if you try,
Good.
because you swing and miss it because it's all changed.
I'm confused.
Is that anything
in
unusual?
the hat.
Hey, Sasquatch, is that anything unusual for you to be
Yes.
confused
Usually,
Okay.
when you're not
No,
when you're
I know
not
why
on your
you're
show?
confused. I know why you're confused. Because AVA is on my channel, and he's actually using streaming his channel through my StreamYard. Does that make sense?
yes, sir. I get that. And I was going to ask when I first came in, and I forgot because Mitch was talking. Who's
Blame it on me.
No, I just
All right.
I was being polite, brother. That's all.
I know. I like fucking with you, Squatch.
I'm glad. If you didn't fuck with me, I would. Listen, whose channel is streaming this originally?
Nightmares Auditors.
All right. And then AVA is streaming from your channel and doing the restream thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. I call it ghetto syndication.
Hey, it works.
I use it with all my Sasquatch shills. Now, not all of my guests are for everyone. I mean, I have booktubers, Sasquatch hunters, pixie hunters, auditors, freaking knitting channel.
I come in there and have a blast.
I like Mitch. Mitch does good interaction in a chat. He's good people's as far as I can tell.
Sometimes people come in here and StreamYard, and they'll be like, we'll have 9 people on here restreaming the different stream to their channel, and I think it's a good way to network. I really do.
It is, but it needs to be very strongly controlled. And
yes,
let me explain why. So if I share your StreamYard on my channel, and someone and I'm a retired troll. I'm not going to speak my actual troll name out loud, but I was a terrible individual, one of the most horrible people you could possibly freaking imagine. I drew the line at porn bombing. Would not do that. I never appeared on anything ever as a troll, none of that. When I started my channel, I actually went completely like white knight type thing. Okay. So I know all of these techniques, all of these things that people do to ruin people's channels, and porn bombing is like the stupidest one that you can use. It's like using a hammer to go after a flea.
right.
So it's amateur hour type stuff. Hey, what's up, truth be told? There are so many more effective ways to really curtail the effectiveness of a channel. Like, for instance, if you come in as 3 different profiles and you can convince the channel owner that one of them is sincere and he gets a moderation status, then you can take everybody away from the channel every time they go live, and they sit around with 2-3 people in the chat going, "What's going on? Why is this happening? I don't understand." It's not their fault. It's not your
What's
fault.
up,
That guy's fault.
Well, I'm glad you're not a troll anymore.
I don't do that. That's evil. With great trolling comes great responsibility. And when I decided I was going to do actual content, I was told by a professional that you can either do one thing or the other. And then he said the most famous quote I've ever heard from that man's mouth. There are old trolls and there are bold trolls, but there are no old, bold trolls.
True story. I've only called out 2 people since, well, actually 3. And the first one got me banned and demonetized for 4 months. And the other 2 has been Wrangler and Jeremetha, which, if you don't know who Jeremetha is, it's Auditors of America Last Days of Freedom. I cannot stand that scummy piece of shit.
Well,
I don't care.
Let me be honest with you, bro. If you don't have at least one good, faithful hate watcher, you're not doing it right.
Right.
If you hate everything I do, if you hate me at my core, you watch everything I do, you too, my son, are a fan. And I thank you.
That's why I tell people don't block the trolls. Just let me shoot them motherfuckers up. Leave them in there. They good for the chat.
Yeah, they're good for hot sauce.
Listen, they are full on. I've got a full on tape under my on every single live stream I do that says haters might be your best PR. Never ever feed a troll you're not willing to keep.
Right.
Yep, I tell people don't block them. Let me shoot them up till I get tired of them. When I get tired of them, then you can time their ass, put their ass in the toilet, and give them a flush.
I don't know that we're raising hell yet, Mitch. But yeah, we're on the verge of that.
Yeah, they'll be all right. They'll learn the hard way, or they'll learn the first way. Cause I give them one warning: be respectful, be polite, and don't say nothing out of line, or you got to deal with me.
Well, it's like this, not bragging on myself. I tell everybody, I said, why would you want to mess with somebody that was a professional wrestler for 15 years? And they're like, what the fuck do you mean? I said, man, I am willing to mutilate myself to entertain people. Imagine what I'm willing to do to you to entertain people.
All right, so I worked as a roofer, steel hanger, pretty much everything in construction you can imagine until I got back on the carpentry the second time and went, Jesus was a carpenter, so I'll do this. And I sat down with a big fat tater and I said, Bob, I don't know what to do. I've done 15 trades. I've crafted out to every single trade I can think of. And they're all boring. She went, I don't admit, Jesus was a carpenter. Here. Okay. And so I became a carpenter.
What's up, Lou?
That Lou scunt.
Lou, what's up, my man? Oh, Mirrors down there. I ain't see Mirrors. They all hiding in the cut.
Mears is an awesome dude. I'm telling you what,
Mirrors
he's definitely been a
around.
big supporter of this channel, and I appreciate it. It really does mean a lot.
Mirrors get around.
He don't support nothing, but he's got great mustache rides.
Anyone from Washington?
In his defense,
No, I'm from the backwoods of Tennessee.
I'm trying, Sasquatch, I'm trying to catch up with you. It's getting up.
Can you build me a house, Sasquatch?
No, I'm originally from Colorado.
Yes. Do you want running water or hot water or any of that? Can I bring a battery supply?
I can dig you a hole for an outhouse.
Well, it's a beehive house.
Oh, dude, no, screw that shit. If you're going to do that, go with either sandbags or, and this is my suggestion, go and get you one of those like 17-foot tall grain silos that's like 18-foot wide. Lay you a round platform and put your grain silo up, and then put a 16-footer inside it. Offset your doors by 12 feet and put in a actual pass through like you have in a store with like a wind blower. And if you want to get really complicated and get clever as hell, you could do it like in a roundhouse, and you could like get rid of the concrete slab, use an actual grate, like expanded steel or aluminum, possibly, depending on how wide your gap is. You could throw in a few railroad steel to hold it up and put a big ass culvert underneath as a water source, and straight up create a Stone Age roundhouse that would be about 68 degrees 24/7.
Nice.
You
Well,
can
whenever I
wanna
win
live
the
inside
whenever
of a
I win
mountain.
the lottery,
Could you
whenever I win
imagine?
the lottery, whenever I win the lottery the first week of fucking February and shit, I'm gonna buy all this land right here around me, and I'm just gonna clear it the fuck off, and I'm gonna build me a 4-bedroom castle with a moat around it.
All right, so I can do that at 1/3 the price that anyone else can pitch it, and let me tell you why. Containers are unbelievably cheap in relation to building space.
That they are. And you can stack them all kind of ways and do all kind of weird shit with them.
Oh, I love when they do that. Take those shipping
You
containers
can
and make them
weld
into
them
houses.
together. You can weld them together, and they are immovable.
Yep.
And
Drop
if
them
I love
bitches on
watching shit like that.
drop them on a concrete slab with some lag bolts, and they ain't going nowhere.
nowhere.
I did a lot of construction. I'm like you. There ain't a lot I don't know how to do. There's a lot I ain't gonna do. I don't fuck with electricity. I got hit with a 3-phase 220.
I don't touch electricity.
I got hit with a 3-phase.
I can't see it. I can't hear it. I can't smell it. And it is going to kill me.
I was standing on a ladder. It was a good thing I didn't have the ground hooked up, because I was holding 2 bare wires in my hand trying to put a cap on it, and the motherfucker threw the switch that said "Don't touch." He blew me off. He blew me off. He blew me off an aluminum ladder. I had an afro, and my afro was puffed all the way out.
Yeah.
You know what, Mitch? I think Indiana Otter went to bed.
Man, Indy always be doing that shit.
He said he stayed up all night last night.
The other night he said he couldn't.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah,
sleep.
He's been up all freaking week.
Hell, I don't sleep much.
The guy sleeps like once a month.
Yeah, I get me a couple hours every day.
Yeah, I generally get between 3 and 4 hours a day. I sleep the best during the day. I'm more of a nighttime person than anything else.
I know, same here.
I'm always halfway awake, halfway sleep.
Yeah.
I got all these chickens and turkeys and shit that I take care of, and these coyotes always be creeping. And then in the morning there's fucking hawks, and then like right now the owl just flew by, and that motherfucker's about 2 feet tall.
Damn.
A 2-foot owl.
That's a big ass gray owl.
Oh yeah. What I like is them old barn owls, man. Those big motherfuckers. I love them sons of bitches.
It ain't
Wow.
he's almost as big as one of them barn owls. But he eats good, because boy, it's a lot of mice and shit running around here. He flew by
Owl and dumplings is good. A lot of people don't know that, but you can eat an owl. They're good.
That's the only raptor you're supposed to eat.
Wait a second. Let me make sure I understood what I just heard clearly. Did you say that you can eat an owl because they are good?
It tastes like just like you eat a chicken.
Look,
If I
don't eat me first, including blonde, brunettes, redheads.
Bird's a bird. I'm gonna eat a bird.
I'm telling you, if I catch this motherfucking owl, his ass going in the pan.
That is horrible. Owls are my spirit animal. How could you eat an owl? Have you ever seen one without feathers? They're absolutely terrifying. Dear God, they look like the freaking Mothman.
I know one thing: some flour hot sauce and hot grease don't make a damn difference what he look like.
Of course, you could eat a cat too. I mean, and put enough General Tso's on.
I know some Haitians that eat cats.
Hello, mountain girl. How are you, darling?
Woo! Honey.
I done ate monkey hips and dumplings.
Bro, are we fixing to do a southern standoff on what we've eaten?
Dude, I've had skunk, muskrat, beaver, groundhog, deer. You name it, I've probably eaten it.
I am offended. I am a groundhog.
I have eaten I've
sure.
eaten groundhogs, chipmunks, pigeons, doves, pheasants, quails, deer,
Okay.
moose, caribou, bear, armadillo, possum, raccoon, squirrel,
rattlesnake.
Yep.
I hear you.
Frog legs.
In my defense,
alligator jaws.
Yeah, I've had alligator and squirrel.
I live in the swamp environment. And so more or less, if it's not reptilian, amphibian, or ichthyon, I probably haven't eaten it. Or insectivore. You know. I've eaten a few crickets.
Yep.
I've had some chocolate covered grasshoppers.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, a caramel covered cricket is actually really good. I know the whole eat the boogs thing or whatever. I'm just saying, man. You can either use them or bait or eat them.
I think there's like a bug restaurant.
Shit, if you hungry enough, you can eat a grub. It ain't nothing but
Isn't there a
protein.
bug restaurant somewhere?
Yeah, there is.
Man, I want some crawdad.
Hey, Jot said her hips are moving like a
I want to
monkey.
go. I want to go.
So what are you trying to say, hey, Jot? You want somebody to eat you?
Honey, like a bowl full of Jello.
Whoa.
Yeah, Hawk, I said pigeons. Most people, hey, you know something that's funny though, Sasquatch? Most people don't know that a pigeon and a dove is actually the same fucking bird.
Listen, and not only that, I laugh my ass off when I see these
That's
these
true. Not many
fancy
people know that.
motherfuckers go into these restaurants and they order squab and have no idea that fucking squab is pigeon.
Yep.
Bro, do you realize squab,
Right.
the word squab eradicated the species of the passenger pigeon?
Yes.
Yep.
Because it was cheaper to eat squab than it was to eat anything else. And so basically,
My brain's
Industrial Revolution killed the passenger pigeon.
Yes, mirrors, I've eaten kangaroo.
Oh, kangaroo is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I've eaten kangaroo,
It
horse.
gets a little, if you don't cook it right, it's a little chewy.
Yeah, I was stationed in Germany.
It is.
Same with
Yeah, look
buffalo.
it up there.
Bears like a boot if you don't cook it right.
Dude,
What'd you say, AV? Somebody said
Has anyone ever ate escargot?
We ain't doing no snails.
it's like little rubber
Yes.
bands.
I don't even eat no octopus and no squid.
I ate
If
some
they're cooked right,
octopus.
Hey,
they're fun.
calamari's good.
They're good.
I heard they taste like blank.
a Veterans
I'll eat
Affairs. I
anything
think
first, bro. Like,
Dude, I've eaten a lot of strange stuff.
You know the best.
It's
You
not
know the
bad.
best.
It's good, man. I don't
You know the
what
best
people
thing
trip
I
out
ever
on it.
ate though.
You just got to get past the fact that it's a snail.
You know the best thing I ever ate, Sasquatch, was a government cheese sandwich.
I want some calamari.
all right. So
That's
this he has a point. He has a point. Listen, you know, a lot of people out there won't understand the government cheese concept.
I do.
Well, here's the thing. No,
Make a
back
good
in the
real cheese
40s,
too.
50s, and
Had some
60s, the
Calamari.
government had an overwhelming majority
Wish there
of
was a hoo-ha too.
too much milk fat.
I know.
They had a massive amount of milk around and they didn't know what to do with it. And so they made cheese. And since we have a whole bunch of like huge salt plants and stuff, we've got all these salt mines. We store in the salt mines. And to this day, aged cheese is coming out of government facility. That is absolutely
Hey, John said puffy tacos are great. I love a puffy taco.
Does it have fish in it?
like what a dish.
What? I think I'm confused here. I'm not sure what a puppy taco is.
Damn, you sleep with one that don't know what it is?
You sweet, sweet summer child.
He sleep with a puffy taco and don't know what it is.
I'm not versed in everybody's life.
Hey, John, stop being naughty, girl. What
Alright,
you
moving on.
doing?
Moving on.
Moving on to a brand new subject and topic. How about those aliens? Hey, Veterans Affairs. How many aliens have you interviewed today?
I can catch the octopus, but I ain't that far.
I haven't interviewed. I've seen one alien craft, and I possibly have seen another one probably about 10 feet away, but it was wrapped up with plastic on the back of a train.
Okay. So has anybody else seen anything they thought might have been alien?
I've seen quite a few. Plus, I've seen aliens.
Slender Man, does that
I'll
count?
get to you in just a second. Anyone else?
What was that now?
Anything that you might suspect was alien?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But
I haven't seen an alien. I seen the Shadow Man one time.
Yeah. Same here.
Well, I've done a lot of that too, but I'm talking about aliens. Listen, what I'm getting at.
No, I wasn't on meth. I was on mushrooms, and I turned around and there was a shadow behind me, and it wasn't mine because mine was facing the other way.
Yep, I can see that.
You ever had sleep paralysis?
Hey,
I said hello to you when you came in earlier, Mountain Girl, but you didn't hear me.
You've never heard
I lived with something that I knew was an alien and everything. She alienated her ass from everybody but me.
I know the type. I know the type. I have one of these friends from high school that has monkey branched her way through half the people I know. Half the guys I went to school with have married her, dated her, or paid for part of her reconstruction. Small town. What can I say? She's kind of cute.
She came in. She came in one night, started packing her bags, and she said, "I'm leaving you." I said, "You are?" She said, "Yeah, I figured. I just found out I can go to Vegas and get $1,000 for what I've been giving you for free." I started packing my bags, and she goes, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" I said, "I want to see your ass live on $1,000 a month, you stupid bitch."
Damn right, right? Like, I'm not even joking, dude. I'll be honest. I'm a real, believe it or not, growing up, I was a fugly kid. I can't describe how fugly I was. This is all new. All of this here. This happened since I was like 39, dude. Like, I was never a pretty guy ever in my life. It's not a thing that I think of. Suddenly people are like, you look pretty good. That beard does you some justice. It's like I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Next thing I know, I've got the Waffle House chick down here. Is like, I'll watch everything you put out. I'm like, that's not the creepiest thing I've ever heard, but it's very close. Thank you. I think. I'm not sure. Are you stalking me? I hope so, because I've always wanted a stalker. I married my first one.
Man, I don't know. I dated this chick one time, and that was the biggest mistake. She wound up being the biggest stalker. I woke up one morning, she was standing at the foot of my bed. That ain't no bullshit. All bullshit put aside. And man, this chick was just crazy. She'd be waiting on the porch when I'd come home from work and shit, and just like, it was like having a dog with two legs. I couldn't get rid of this bitch, and I finally had to file papers and stuff and everything. And my buddy says, "Man," he goes, "I told you not to go out with her." And I said, "Well, dude, nobody told me that she was a virgin. What the fuck?" Hello, KT.
So
I won't tell you what my daddy told me because I don't want to offend nobody, but yeah.
So I hooked up with this chick named Monica. Now I know Monica's a stripper name, and I shouldn't really, but anyway.
I was married to a stripper once and was married to her for 4 days before I found out what her name was. Oh, but carry on. I digress.
No, you're good, dude. That's a good counterpoint to Monica. So this chick is, like I said, small town, right?
Hi, KT.
She wanders her way through half of the police force. In high school, we dated. And that is the claim to fame I have on this one particular story. In high school, we dated for about 4 months, which apparently is the longest relationship she ever had, according to her mother. This chick stalks me all through high school, all through my 20s, all through my 30s. When I turned like 31, I realized she's not stalking me anymore, and I go to looking around trying to figure out why she's not. I mean, it was a little bit concerning that she hasn't stalked me recently. And she's like, "Oh, you didn't know she died like 3 months ago?" And I was like, "Why didn't nobody tell me? If my stalker is going to die, I want to go to her funeral." Right?
Right?
You got to respect people who respect you, and a stalker is the highest form of respect.
Right? What's up, Sean Little? Country roads take me home to a place I belong.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
Take me home.
Are you sure? Are we certain?
Certainly.
I'm not.
We doing karaoke or something here?
Hey, Ajot, are we supposed to be doing karaoke? Because I can start singing. I'll do Sweet Child of Mine. I do a spot on Axl Rose.
No. I'll pass.
Just a small town girl
Just kidding.
living in a lonely world.
Right? It's like the midnight train going anywhere.
Somebody walks in here right now that ain't never been in here. They're going to be like, "Who are them 6 drunk motherfuckers up on that panel?"
I ain't drunk yet.
I don't drink. When I do, I like to do it on YouTube.
It's okay, KT, honey. Everybody's got to rest.
Let me be honest with you for a minute, because there's a reason I'm not streaming this to my channel. Yep.
KT hanging out. I know why you don't stream it on yours.
It doesn't really fit the content, let's be honest. It's not a new and upcoming channel. It's not a channel that's been established for years but only has 12 subscribers. There are a few of them out there.
You want to go on? I'll go another route with you. On a lonely, lonesome highway, east of Omaha.
Wait, that's Eagles. Wait, you can't do that.
Turn the Page by Bob Seger and Metallica.
Hell yeah.
Actually,
Here
I've
I
paid money.
on the road again. Here I go, playing star again. Here I go,
I have
turn page.
an acoustic version of Ice Ice Baby. God, I wish I was less drunk. I would try it.
All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grab hold of me, tightly and nightly. Will it stop? Yo, I don't know. To the extreme of rock, I'm not like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax a chumps like a candle dance.
Uh-oh. Y'all better watch out. Nightmares rapping. Know the world going to hell in a handbasket.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
I could do one that's worse, but
I could do one even worse than all of them.
Oh no.
Hey, Sasquatch, you want to hear a good? You want to hear a good song, Sasquatch?
You win this fight. Don't make me do this.
Sasquatch, you want to hear a good song? When you get off the panel, listen to Blowfly rap dirty.
Come on.
Under the old Model T, that's where she showed it to me. It was
Okay.
hairy and black. She called it her crack. It looked like a man holding me. I took my telephone pole, I shoved it in her manhole. She let out a scream, I filled her with cream under the old Model T.
Yeah, okay. I get it. But none of you have heard Rehab nasty albums. David Allen Coe. David Allen Coe will make.
Well, if that ain't country, I'll hair a little
No. If you're gonna be a dirty, there's only one song you can start with. Don't bite the dick that sucks you, honey. You gotta learn to suck it funny. Not all come breasts like rubber. Some comes thick, some comes milky, some comes thin, some comes silky. Don't bite the dick that bumps you, honey. It'll be good to you.
Yeah.
No, slob on my knob like corn on the cob.
Slob on my knob like corn on the cob.
Somehow or another, this conversation just went really sideways.
I do apologize. I had this.
It's all good. It's all good.
Hey,
you motherfuckers are as crazy as I am.
I
Purple
was driving down the
rain.
road.
Purple
Here's
rain.
one for you, Nightmare.
They're coming to take me away.
Boy, you hit me somewhere solid right there, bro.
Damn. Somebody said, Calgon, take me away.
They're coming to take me
because
away.
I'm beautiful. Hate me because I'm hitting on your wife.
I only wanna see you in the purple rain.
Purple rain.
Ben said, what a horrible time for my sound to come back. Oh.
It could be worse though. I don't know how, but I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it could be.
It could be worse.
It could be much worse.
I hope my entertainment isn't the worst that could possibly be. I mean, while that would be a certain badge to carry forth through life to know that I was the worst entertainment to ever have occurred, I would not want to carry it.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
No, I'll be back
again.
Nightmares.
Leaving on a jet plane.
Boy, that jet plane there must be raggedy as motherfucker because it got some bad reverb.
Not even slack, bro. This is StreamYards. It's not going to be good.
Hey, I just let my inner dude, whatever that dude was on that show Armageddon or whatever, and that's how he sounded to me in my head. So I could have done it in Forrest Gump.
The one with that looks like he has bug eyes, but he's also FDNY firefighter.
My mama said that life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And mama, she was a real smart lady.
She was a real smart lady. And she told me that herpes was okay as long as you took your Celebrex.
And you know, one night Jenny came over to the house and she came to visit me. She come in my bedroom and she showed me her titties and I liked them. And then she done something else that gave me a funny feeling in my underwear, but she took care of it. Later, the bitch died of AIDS, but that's okay. I miss Jenny.
Hey, John, calm down.
Sad.
I've been reading everything you've been typing, and you seem slightly upset. I do apologize. I'm not LaToya, but I can't help you.
Yeah, okay. Back to the alien thing.
Right.
What do you want to know about?
I think I was possessed by an alien.
So here's my question. I have witnessed 3 events that I considered initially to be of alien origin. One of them rectified itself a few years later when I found out about B-2 bomber, and I was like, oh, well, that's what I saw. That makes sense. The rest of them I've never been able to rectify. One of them involves a friend of mine, not really me. I was there. I saw it happen. I witnessed this shit take place. So we're out in the middle of freaking nowhere. A light comes up out of the swamp out over there a few miles away and flies over us. And it's just like, so homie
Swamp
that's
gas?
with me. Okay, sure, swamp gas, whatever. Let me finish.
Brandon Mitchell.
Apologize. My man had just got him a set of transitions lenses. Do you remember those?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had gotten the very first generation of transitions lenses. These things were expensive. They were serious. Right? You remember these? We're sitting there. This light comes up out of the swamp. There's nowhere out there, bro. The biggest island out there is about 300 square feet. There's a whole bunch of little ones. You could land a helicopter out there, maybe. Anyway, this thing comes up out of the swamp, flies over. He looks up at it, looks back at me, and his transition lenses are black. He is sunburned, and he has not been in the sun.
Wow.
So he had radiation burns.
I don't know what he had. I know that I did not get them, and I was inside the car. He was burned, and the chick that was walking back from the trailer was burned, but the other guy that was actually inside the house wasn't, and
Yeah.
she was under trees. But his transitions lenses went black and never went clear again.
It almost sounds like radiation.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I know that to this day, I
Did
have.
you try to scoop some up and smoke it?
Dinner time.
No, no,
That's cool.
no. Can't touch this.
And I know I was like 10 years old at the time. A bright light shined into my window.
Hey, my ride's coming.
Yes,
and
sir.
there were 6 gray beans in my room. And I don't remember anything after that.
There was that before or after the animal part. I really do apologize. That was my inner troll coming out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then in 2016, my wife sees a gray outside. I go chase it. And there's like a 5-hour time that I don't remember, and she finds me in the car.
Well, them some good beans.
And there's been other times I've seen what appear to be UFOs up in the sky.
Damn, I need some of them mushrooms.
I wasn't on shrooms or nothing. I was sober.
Damn.
Okay.
I usually see shit when I'm on mushrooms or peyote.
I like peyote. Peyote was the one that gave me like the what do they call them?
The lucid
the elves, the machine elves. You know the machine elves that you hear people talk about. I've never seen them except for on peyote.
Oh, you mean the gnomes that like to come into the dryer while it's going and steal your socks?
My description. All right. Listen. My description of the machine elves. Have you ever looked at a Toltec or Aztec pyramid?
Yeah.
All right. You know how it has the weird geometric figures all over everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the machine elves are that thing, and they're made of those geometric figures, and they're just looking at you all the time. Observing.
Yeah, they got eyes on all sides.
But they're not, they don't have sides, so all their eyes are everywhere all the time, and so they're always watching.
Hey, I like the engine gremlins when you're on peyote. They tickle the hell out of me. Everybody, man, my car won't work. Open the hood and take that gremlin out of there. You'll be all right.
Gremlins. Those things.
You
are
don't
real.
understand gremlins? I recently exercised a gremlin to my computer.
Yeah, them gremlins are
I
something
definitely
else.
believe in gremlins messing with machinery for sure.
Oh, brother, listen.
Something.
Oh yeah.
So I attempted to download.
That's a story for another day, but
No, it's going to be this day. Watch this one. I'm going to tell you a story, then you're going to tell me your story, and that it's going to be great, right? Content. Oh my God. I installed OBS on my computer, and in doing so, I installed several docking ports onto OBS while I was installing it. One of them I did wrong, and it was specifically the lower thirds docking port. Fast forward a year later, and this thing is crashing my computer every 37 minutes. I can literally take a timer and set it aside so that I know how long I can do my show for. Because it's regular as freaking clockwork, literally. Eventually, I get fed up with it, and I go on a gremlin hunt. And I sit down and I go through every single line of code in my freaking hard drive to determine whether or not there is anything related to the lower thirds of OBS anywhere other than where it's supposed to be. And I removed it from the location it was supposed to be. To be sure. Absolutely sure. And when I got rid of it, the very first very first thing I did was film a bit of my computer glitching, just like it always glitched when I was doing a live stream, but not glitching and doing it as an intentional edit, because I'm an asshole and I just convinced everybody that I was going on a gremlin hunt, and it didn't work.
Hey VA, you wanna tell them what VA that was at? I just had somebody ask.
Please.
Tracy had come in here and wanted to know. Please.
which part?
Just
There's
what
multiple
VA that.
VAs.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Palo Alto. VA. Well, what do you want to? Because there's multiple VAs involved. Each one has different things that happen at them. But the one that I'm having issues with currently is Mather VA. That's in California. All right, later, Sean.
see you later, Sean.
See you.
And KT.
All right, Sean.
All I can tell you is, honey, do what you got to do. I've been watching.
There's no. She only tells. She drives me up the wall because she only tells part of the story every time I ask what. She don't ever tell me. I can't deal with it if I don't know what it is.
Veteran Daddy said, "Is there a way to legally get psychedelics in Texas?" Oh, I don't know.
I think
I was just
microdosing
reading that one too.
across the US.
The VA is looking into psychedelics.
Microdosing is legal in
I've read
private
that.
practice across the U.S.
What's that?
Microdosing.
What else did you say? I didn't catch it.
It's, as far as I'm aware, it's legal like in all 50 states.
Oh,
You can legally microdose provided you do it under the care of a physician.
Yeah.
Trick is finding the right physician.
right.
It is sad, Miss Tracy. It really is, honey. The way the VA treats people, and it happens a lot, and people don't want to hear it.
Man, they don't want nobody to know the truth.
And they cover it up a lot. That's the sad part about it, is they cover it up a lot.
Something I want to be perfectly clear about the VA.
They've had
Now, I'm not a
many
vet.
years.
I'm not a veteran. My father is. He's dealt with some VA stuff. In every case, it was always a problem until the majority of the family showed up to stand there and go, why is this a problem? He was a veteran. It shouldn't be a problem. And they're like, you're right. It's not a problem. And everything's fine after that. Weird. Why is I'm not a veteran. My brother's not a veteran. My sister's not a veteran. But it takes the three of us showing up at the same place at the same time for the same thing with that thing. That is ridiculous.
I don't know how it worked.
I don't think
You
it
ain't
does.
kidding. You ain't kidding, Mirrors. Kaiser's mods do work hard, man. They'll snipe your ass quick.
Man, listen, having a wrench is a responsibility. It is a job.
It
I
is.
I used my wrench today because I just got tired of that motherfucking mouth, and I know it was a child, and I wasn't gonna put up with it no more. Bitch, get in your place. Go, let me flush you down the toilet so you'll know.
Yeah.
But see, I fucked him up because I didn't block him from the channel. I banned his ass for 24 hours.
Yep.
And
Veteran
Lawless said, damn, miss, I was moving the mouse and you had done already hit the motherfucker. Yeah, I was tired of dealing with the motherfucker because the motherfucker kept saying the same thing over and over and over and over.
Veteran's dad said, I held a protest at the VA Temple, Texas. Better health care treatment. I got told by the VA staff to get a life, and their maintenance staff was sent out to intimidate us to leave. Damn.
Yep. Yeah, that's why when Sasquatch was telling his story, I was like, I don't know how it worked because it shouldn't have. I mean, after all the stories I've heard and what I've gone through, it's just they don't listen to nobody. They put so many roadblocks in the way. It's just it's ridiculous.
Like I said, every case is different, you know. And
you're right. You're absolutely right. But I
you got
firmly believe. I'm sorry.
But I believe that the VA is good too. Like when I first started, it was great. Like I said, I'm not gonna get back into it again. Not tonight, at least.
Well, my story started way back in 2011. I was getting crappy service clear up until 2015 when they threw me an inpatient and called me an alcoholic. And yeah, it's been downhill ever since then, but they've actually started doing something anyway. It just takes, 9 years?
Well, you know, and that's something else too. They wonder why a lot of veterans are alcoholics, but look what a lot of vets have seen. You know, they got to have something to cope, and you know,
and look what they come back to.
Yeah.
With my story, it wasn't alcoholism. I just happened to take a pain medication that morning at like 8 o'clock. Went to a wedding. About 5 o'clock, we had the reception. I had a couple of drinks, and I was blackout drunk. So, yeah. I mean, I was functional, but I was blacked out. I don't remember nothing.
I understand.
I called the the sheriff's freaking drill sergeants, and I was standing at attention and at ease. It's like, yeah, I don't remember none of it though. But they called me an alcoholic because of that one time. So, yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, I understand completely, 100%.
Yeah.
I've had a mental hospital try to say that to me, just because
for you new people that are here that don't know my story. I'll give you a little quick rundown.
Yes, please.
And that I like I said, I'm not a veteran, but I am a recovering addict, and yeah. So I can sympathize with you know, it's hard to talk about, but just know that I've been sober for a long time and I've helped a lot of people. I do a lot of good for people, and you know, my life was shitty. I went through some shit by golly most people probably shouldn't have never went through. It pales in comparisons to what you veterans have been through, but I can empathize with your pain.
That's one of the reasons why I do what I do, Nightmare, because I've been through some shit I wouldn't want nobody to go through. I've seen some fucked up shit in my time. I grew up in Detroit. You know I seen some fucked up shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that's
like
just-
the most unluckiest person in the world, but yet I'm the luckiest person to survive it all.
Exactly. But that's like that was last night, wasn't it, Nightmare? Last night or night before last when you went live and you got all that shit off your chest.
Yeah.
You see what I did? Put the link up. I'll be up there. As soon as you drop it, come up. Okay, what's wrong? And somebody said something to me on another chat today about that. Somebody say, "Man, Mitch, when people have problems, you don't even hesitate. You was over there hanging out somewhere, and you told, man, I gotta go do something, and you came straight over and was talking to Nightmare and got him out of that funk he was in."
Hell yeah. Well, you know, if I sat here and just told everybody that what the shit that happened to me, me and AV had a little bit of a conversation about that today. You guys would honestly to God think I'm lying to you. You'd swear to God that I'm lying to you, and you'd be like, well, this motherfucker's making up stories. But no, I got receipts to prove it all, and scars too.
Yeah. That's why people, I tell people they talk. I say, man, you go over there and look at the first video I posted. I posted my rap sheet, and I posted it for a reason. If you having a problem, believe me, I've been places and seen things that you couldn't even possibly imagine. That's why when one of y'all having a problem and you need to talk, you see, man, first thing I say, man, drop the link. I'm coming. Because I know I'm built to deal with it. Everybody ain't built to deal with it. And if I see you suffering, I'm going to do what I can to try to fix it.
Well, you know, it's like I said before. I know a lot of these veterans have seen a lot of combat and seen a lot of shit that normal people couldn't even fathom, you know. And I watched a man die right in front of me that was shot 62 times, and I know how it's affected me and what I go through because of it, and I just can't imagine the horror and the things that veterans must go through with the shit they've seen.
Yeah. Cool.
Mitch Steinback say Mitch from Michigan sees things you can't possibly imagine. Hey, but people don't understand. Like, I got a weird sense because I spent all them years in that room talking to people through a wall. You learn to listen different. You don't just hear, you listen. Because you have to. You have to be able to distinguish whether the motherfucker's bullshitting you or not. Because I've heard some of the best stories in the world. No, they wasn't true, but they were funny as fuck.
Well, you know, people don't understand. You know, I can't speak from the military part of the point of view, but I will say this much. You know, I talked with AVA about it earlier. I can remember growing up, my stepfather, you know, he was a Vietnam veteran, and I don't always understand things. But me and my brother, I was probably about 7 years old. My brother was about 8, maybe 9, and he was an alcoholic. And there's something about this man that was just so evil, and that I was sitting there with no shirt on, just sitting there, and he walks up behind me and grabs me by digs his nails into both sides of my ribs and just picks me up off the ground. And he tells me if I cry, he's going to beat me. And that went on from the time I was 7 years old until I was 16 years old. I've been whipped with things that people can't even. I'm sorry.
See, that's why I come that's why I come and talk to you guys. 'Cause it's like I can be doing something and I know I need to be where I need to be when I need to be there to make sure everything all right.
I feel that's why I've been trying to find me a buddy check. It's where veterans usually meet up for coffee or something like that and chit chat and
you
kind
see,
of just take your mind off of things, stuff like that.
you see every time every time you say something to the gravy, I say something back just to let you know I'm paying attention to you.
Yes, sir.
But people don't understand. Like, even if I don't have a wrench in the chat, I will sit there and I read the chat as it's scrolling by. Because people in the chat say things and most people miss them because they don't read the chat. They're just reading the chat for the person they're talking to. I read the whole entire chat, even if it ain't got nothing to do with me. Because you see things when you're reading them, and there's little clues in the way people write. If they change the way they write, you know there's something up. Then I say something, hey man, what's up? You all right?
Yep.
And people are like, man, what are you talking about? Don't worry about what I'm talking about. I ain't talking to you.
Yeah.
That's like, AVA said something one night, and I had just popped in when he said it. And I waited for about 15 minutes and nobody even responded to what he said. I said, damn, AVA, what's up, man? And then you say, I'll tell you about it later. So everybody like, Mitch, what are you talking about? And don't worry about what I'm talking about. I was talking to AVA. I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing, Mitch. I think that's why, me and you get along so well, because we fought wars that maybe not overseas or anything, but we're soldiers also. And no disrespect to vets when I say that.
And we just soldiers from a different side of the tracks. That's all.
I was there before I joined the Army, so I was locked up and thrown in a hospital and sent to a behavioral unit and was locked away for quite a while. So I'm there. I feel your pain.
Well, that's why I make sure to check on people. Like, I see KT, wherever I see KT, I'm going to talk to KT, and a bitch better not say nothing slick to her. Because they're going to have a problem with me if they do. If a bitch say something slick to Hey Honey, they're going to have a problem with me. If a bitch say something slick to AJot and she don't shoot back before I do, they're going to have a real problem because I ain't playing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you shoot at me or one of the people that can take it, but don't be shooting at them girls. If they ain't said nothing to you, don't shoot at them. And you trolls in the background know exactly who I'm talking to. So don't think I don't see you, because I see you. If you fuck with them girls, you got to fuck with me, and you better hope they get to you before I do. Because if they don't, your ass belong to me, and I'm going to spank that motherfucker with a leather belt with a big brass buckle on it.
Those hurt.
Exactly, and I ain't taking no prisoners. I walk around here carrying 50-pound bags of feed and shit.
Hell yeah.
So
my mama wasn't a small lady either, and yeah.
Look at it.
I learned from the best.
Hey vet, you don't need to smoke no more of that weed, man.
What's up?
What's up? There go the other half. Goddamn Grimster from across the pond.
Oh, shut up, bitch.
Fuck yeah. Fuck you, Grimster.
What's up, Grim?
Not a lot. I'm not. Did you like the promo? That I did yesterday?
What's up, Indiana?
What's up, guys?
Like, I can't see any chats right now, but all I really
I
have to
haven't
say
seen it. I'm
is,
sorry. I've been on here.
Chat's working.
all I can say is there's not too many people that I consider family, and there's a few online people that I consider more family than some of the family that I actually have. So if anybody fucks with them, yeah, it's on.
You know,
Hell yeah.
I was thinking that last
I
night.
don't have a purple heart either.
I was literally thinking that last night when I was could not fall asleep, and the only damn thing that was live was Stone Vet.
I can't hear Andy talking yet.
Can you hear me?
I do now. I have to wait for this shit to catch up.
All right. Well, anyways, last night I didn't sleep at all, so the only thing that was live, unless I wanted to watch freaking the news, was Stone Vet, and he was going on this freaking rant for like 25 minutes about how much the angry vet isn't really a real vet and all this shit. I got I'm 6 hours away from you right now. I'm calling you out.
Man, he do that shit all the time.
I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
He deleted my comment. He was going off on somebody. I said,
Hold on, we've got a question, guys.
I asked him, I said, what did he ever do to you?
Miss Tracy said, I'm really early into this story, but I have a question about vet medical. At Angry Vet, when you get out of the military, and do you have to go to the VA for medical care, or can you see private doctors?
No. Yeah, you can see private doctors.
Yeah, you're not
You just
forced
have
to
to
go.
see
I never went. I didn't start go. I got out in 02, and I didn't go into the VA until like 2015, something like that.
Yeah. I was medically discharged from the military, so I went straight to the VA because I was unemployable. Like, there's no way I could work. I was on a walker. My mental health wasn't there either. So, yeah, I was unemployable, 100% total and permanent. So I went straight to the VA. Most guys get out and they, have regular jobs and 9-to-5s, and they go to whatever medical facility they want to, especially if their job has insurance. So
Hey, whatever's going on between the two of you guys, I got your back, buddy. Angry Vet.
Thank you. Did you say something?
Hell no.
No.
I don't want that fucker blocking me.
Oh.
Shit.
Well, here's the thing. And
he can block me. I'll go say something.
Don't take this the wrong way, Indy. But
I just didn't want them. I didn't want anybody to know I was watching.
Okay, well,
I want a bitch to know I'm watching.
Yeah, I put my message out to him, and I said that's
Oh
all.
yeah, he went off on Hawk fan too.
He picked the wrong motherfucker then.
Yeah, because Hawk fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't, unless
yeah,
he's
you don't need that drama in your life, dude.
Right. I don't need that, but I'll meet him. I'll meet him. If he says he can take this fucking hat off my head, then yeah, I have no problems letting him come and fucking try.
I asked him that in the chat, and he took my comment down. I say, Stone Vet, you say you was gonna take Angry Vet hat? I paid money to see that.
He's like, I'm only 6 hours away from you. I'm only 6 hours away from you. I'm only 6 hours away from you. And then he said it's like I don't know, it was like I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning or some shit like that. So 3, or let's say 2 plus 6. Then make that what, 10? He's like, I could be there by 9. I could be there by noon. It's like I can't even freaking count. It's like, what the fuck?
Hasn't shown up yet. You know, he has the address. He's all fucking mouth. The bitch is all mouth.
It was hilarious, you know, how people can even watch his freaking ass. I just kept
Look, I'm done talking about that stupid motherfucker.
Yeah,
and next time you see me on a panel, Indy, I don't want to hear about it.
I'm sorry for even bringing it up.
Well, I have no clue who you're talking about, but I mean that's just me.
Well, I don't have a Purple Hearts.
Fuck him.
Oh, him, Purple.
Him.
Right.
He's a fucking turd. He's the kind of veteran that thinks his fucking service outranks everybody else's fucking service, and he's a fucking bitch that won't show up. And hey, stoned vet, you're a bitch that won't show up. Last fucking time. 1100 Cedar Lane, Bel Air, Maryland, 21015. Show the fuck up or shut the fuck up.
Bam.
That's it.
I guess you heard that, you lurking bitch.
Hey, Darlene.
You know we
changing the subject slightly. I just want to say, especially.
So, Grim Reaper, how have you been doing today?
I'm all right, mate. I've not long woken up. I was up early, then I went back to sleep. So,
how's the weather down there in the UK?
I've not even looked outside. The curtains are still drawn.
You trying to sober up from all that coffee you drank this morning?
No, I said I've just woken up for the second time today. Indy, did you like the promo that I put out? Did you see it? And
I haven't seen it yet because.
Right, okay. I sent a copy of it over on Discord for you to share.
Okay.
So you can do whatever you like with it. You can take the soundtrack off, take bits out, etc. Use it as you so wish. I know Nightmare saw it. He liked it. I thought it was about time that I got a little bit more involved in Levi. And let's just say, ask him a question, you know, or suggestions. Just say, come clean. Stop going on about how you've got a Purple Heart because you don't have one. You know, and
why are we still wasting time with these motherfuckers? I don't understand why we're on here fucking talking about these clowns.
Because some of it's funny, and you can take the mickey. But when they start attacking my friends,
hold on for a second, Grim. I gotta address this because Silky, I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but you got one more time, and I'm gonna tell KT to put that wrench upside your motherfucking head. You ain't gonna be up here disrespecting Angry Vet by shit. Fuck you if you don't like what we doing. Take your stupid ass on somewhere else.
Who's that? Sorry, Silky.
I'm talking to Silky. This motherfucking Silky Johnson down here with his stupid shit, calling Angry Vet a dork and all this shit. You the dorkish motherfucker because you opened your mouth and said that stupid shit. Take your stupid ass somewhere else if you want to talk dumb. I ain't trying to hear it. Fuck you if you don't like what I said. I live in Florida. Come see me, motherfucker. That's what you do. You talk all that gangster shit. I'm living like that. You a keyboard warrior. My address is Dale Circle in D-Land, Florida. Bring your pussy ass down here. I bet I got a hole for you.
Silky just got 10 minutes to time out and think about it in the basement.
Wow. Yeah, I wish you hadn't have timed her out. I'd have liked to have talked to that bitch. Bring
I
her
don't
up
know.
on fucking panel.
I don't know who the fuck it was. I ain't on that slick shit.
No, just
You ain't gonna
because they
be.
can't leave a comment doesn't mean they can't join the panel.
Yeah, I ain't
That's
on that.
true.
You ain't gonna be talking about calling people dorks and shit. Motherfucker done
Fat
asked KT and them done asked him to be respectful. The motherfucker don't want to be respectful. Keep calling you a dork. He done said that shit 4 times that I seen. That shit ain't cool. Motherfucker done fought and damn near died for this country, and you want to talk shit. And you came out your mama house just to talk some shit. Go back under your mama apron and suck on that tit.
That's right.
Do you know what? I couldn't have put that better myself.
I know. And I don't think I really don't. There's no subscribers, no videos, but there's.
I already know the motherfucker ain't nothing but a fuck ass troll. I'm looking at this
Well,
stupid
no,
motherfucker.
the account was made in 2021. So
Hey, the motherfucker don't do nothing but troll people. That's all that stupid bitch do. He go everywhere talking shit. The motherfucker ain't got no life. He live up under his mama apron, sucking on her titties.
no, his grandma probably.
No, his grandma wouldn't accept him because he kept trying to steal her false teeth. You can't pawn false teeth for crack, motherfucker.
Can I make a suggestion, Mitch? Can you just say how you feel?
Oh, I ain't said how I feel because I don't want to get none of these channels blocked.
Because
if I said how I feel, he would really get the message.
It's funny that we can sit here and have a good time and laugh and joke and cut up and sing and everything, and somebody's just got to come in and ruin it, for no fucking reason. It's Indiana's fault. Indiana's fault. He started that shit.
Notice how the drama came in, and you got.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm just gonna say this one.
Ricky Spanish. I'm gonna put my dick in your mama's mouth and make you watch while she suck it, fuck boy.
Oh my god! Okay, what the fuck did you just fucking say? You say you're gonna put your dick in his mom's mouth
and make her watch make him watch while she sucking.
Oh my god!
I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to.
Honey bad.
Cause I'm that dude. I'm that dude. I will fuck you up for real, and it ain't just no talking. I will whoop your ass for real, and it ain't just rapping.
Mitch.
Yeah.
We make a comment, and then I'll drop your link, and then everybody can go watch your first video if they don't believe you.
Yeah. I tell everybody the same thing. Go look at my very first video. It's my motherfucking rap sheet. Ain't no weapons on there. All my shit knuckles in a steel-toed boot. I will stomp your ass in the dirt and eat a cheeseburger while I'm doing it. Fuck you, bitch. Think it's a game if you want to. I'm living like that.
Emma, get down. Fucking the piece of shit. Get down, Kit Kat. Come on, baby.
Gator, that is not a threat. That is a I'm dead ass serious. I don't make threats. I state God's honest truth. And you can take that to hell with you and wait on the devil to come rescue your ass.
Honey Badger, go kiss my ass.
Because I am the right one. I don't give 2 fucks. I'll kill you in front of your mama. And make her watch me while I do it. While she butt naked sucking my dick.
Nice catch, Mary.
Hello, darling. KT.
Oh, thank you, KT. Thank you.
I hate disrespectful people.
Mitch, you put that in a nice way.
Yeah, I was being nice.
Yeah.
Well, so was I. I thought I was anyway, but
Mitch doesn't sound very tough with his chat police. What the fuck does that mean?
Huh?
How about?
I don't need no chat police. You want my address, fuck boy?
Oh, we dropped your link.
Yeah, go look at my rap sheet, fuck boy, and then come back and talk.
Gator audits. Click on that link. Go and watch his very first video, which means you have to scroll down to the very first video if you aren't smart enough to notice that.
And you'll see a pink piece of paper. That'll answer your questions, dick sucker.
You scroll all the way down, and that'll show you the first video. There you go.
You can put that mother.
Some people aren't smart enough. They'll go to a page. They'll think their first video is the first video that's shown.
Nightmare.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. I think I'm in Indy's chat. Who chat? I don't even know who fuck chat I'm in.
Hey, it's in mine, I believe. You may be in Veteran Affairs. I don't know.
I might be. I think I'm in AVAs, but
it's Nightmares. It's Nightmares in AVAs.
Yeah. But you can go over to my page and pull that motherfucker up and put it up on the screen. I don't give two fucks.
KT dropped it. KT dropped it on a Nightmare.
Yep. Yeah, but you can put it up on the screen right here. I don't give a fuck. I want a bitch to read it. Then they'll shut the fuck up.
That's right. I don't know why we're hiding all these fucking comments. I want to read this shit.
Yeah, let's not. Well, you can't hide it in here, so let's find it. Right, where's that?
Yeah, there goes Tree Scratcher. I got something you can scratch.
That one.
I got something you can scratch, Tree. It's called my balls.
I will say one thing. Keyboard warriors, they're all the same. They're all mouth and no trousers. You know?
True story.
Every time
I haven't had one person show up yet. Not one single fucking person. So
I done gave 10 people my address and ain't there one coward motherfuckers came to my house. They talk all that shit. And you just another one of them little dick suckers. That's all you is, Tree Scratcher. You got a name, Tree Scratcher. That means you one of them tree hugging punk motherfuckers anyway. Go outside in the woods and wrap yourself around the city.
Mitch, think about it. This guy or woman or bisexual or whatever the hell.
That motherfucker's an it.
Anyways, they had to go make a fake account, right?
Because they scared of me.
No, I'm saying. And the first thing in their mind to name it is Tree Scratcher.
Yeah, that lets you know he's a punk. That lets you know he gay. He's been taking wood up his ass.
No shit.
Listen.
Fuck, he got going. Fuck, they got going on.
This guy thinks he's a hunter. He thinks he's a fucking hunter. He's got some he's got some midnight trail cams of some fucking animals, and now he thinks he's a fucking hunter.
He's into bestiality. He won't.
Bear, some shit.
He's into bestiality. He want a bear to run up his back and poke him in the ass.
What's up, Northwoods?
Well, the wife's got to go to work tomorrow, so I gotta get off of here. Indiana.
Yes, brother.
Next time you see some dumb shit like that, fucking, either stand fucking tall or don't fucking tell me about it. Period. End of story.
All right, brother.
I'm a firm believer in fuck around and find out real.
Angry Vet. Only reason I told you is because he was calling you out and saying shit about you, and I do not disrespect. I do not.
I don't give a fuck about that piece of shit. Let him cut. He's already got the fucking invite. He has the address. I already offered to pay fucking first class travel, room and board, everything for that fucking
shit.
Cake. Yeah. So next time you see him, tell him that he has fucking first class round trip fucking tickets, room and board, fucking.
If I watched throughout the whole thing, I probably would have said something. But I
fuck that cunt cake will not show up. He's a little bitch. He's a mouth fucking piece.
And he's impossible to fucking watch. He has like OCD or he's some fucking disability where he cannot fucking stay on one subject longer than 5 seconds.
Because he's a drunk. He's a fucking alcoholic. That's all he does is fucking get drunk and talk about the same shit for 3 fucking hours. So look, I don't even want to talk about the fucking douchebag
I'm not
anymore.
talking about him. What
Hey,
topic?
hold on, Indy. Hey, KT, you can't prune that tree. That's not a tree. That's a motherfucking sapling.
Well, I just cut that motherfucker down and pulled it up by the root.
Only thing you do with saplings is dig them up and throw them in an ant pile.
That's what I said. I just pulled that sumbitch up by its roots.
And just pull the motherfucker up and throw it in an ant pile, because that's all that bitch is worth.
All bark and no bite, eh?
Motherfucker lower than earthworm shit on a hot day.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you having me.
I love you, brother. Thank you.
Yep.
Much love, Vet.
Angry Vet.
I love you. And if any of y'all wanna spread the fucking message and tell that little bitch mouthpiece to come take this fucking hat off, it's the last time I'm gonna ask him to fucking show the fuck up. Last chance. Come fucking get it, motherfucker.
All right, Hawk.
I'll make a comment. I'm not scared of him.
Angry Vet, if you're still there, I've always got your back, mate. Always.
Hey, what's up, Brandon?
Kimby Wrangler stole my Marlboro points. That's fucking funny.
Oh, thank you for changing it.
Kimmy Wrangler stole my Marlboro points.
He stole my promo.
Indy, I changed my name back. It's been 14 days.
Yeah.
Later, Hawk fan.
See you later, Hawk.
John Blanchard say, "Welcome to YouTube After Dark, the skin of Max of the internet." Hey.
Damn.
All right,
run all the other people off.
So, what do you want to talk about, guys?
We've been having a really good.
I don't know. I got to go to bed here pretty soon. 4 o'clock come early. I got some shit to do in the morning. I got to go see a man about a dog in the morning.
We was having a really good, interesting conversation until people come in here with bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll go.
Not you.
Oh, Hawk fan, trust me, I will never bring it up again. So.
Right, Hawk? I just happened to read that. I was like,
get
right,
him, Hawk. Go get him, Hawk. Yeah. I had fun.
Hawk fan, you did a very good job calming that drunk down.
Oh, Oppressed Logic. I love your name. That means you're stupid as fuck. You and all your dirty socks. You know you can take them down there to the river by that hobo camp you live in. There's a piss bucket that you can wash your socks in so they don't smell like your breath. Because that's about as far as your oppressed logic gonna get you.
I've never seen so many people removed and banned in the chat, because normally the trolls and the keyboard warriors just don't bother. So someone's upset somebody.
Yeah,
hurt your feelings.
No, you know what it is? I can tell you exactly what it is. God damn.
And first off, he didn't say anything about violating your mother. He said he would fuck your mother and make you watch. That didn't say he was gonna rape her or whatever the case is.
No, I didn't say nothing. I said I was gonna stick my dick in his mama's mouth and make him watch.
Yeah, because his mama's gonna want it.
But see, one thing I know.
It's all allegedly, folks.
Allegedly, yes.
Yeah, see, one thing I know, and 2 things for sure. I was over there on Wangle Dangle channel today, laying in the cut. I dropped a comment in there between 3 wrenches and a member. And I asked Wrangler to let me see his Purple Heart. Then I said, "Oh, I forgot you don't got one." And then he took my comment down. But what they don't know, I recorded it as I was putting it on there, and I got that motherfucker on my phone. So you can go tell YouTube and you can cry all you want because I still got the motherfucker. And I just start me another channel, and that'll be the first video I put up to show you that I fuck Wangle Dangle in the ass with some words. He was so mad he blocked me. Now he's sending all these little baby ass trolls over here so they can suck on my dick and pull on my nuts. Y'all don't do nothing but make me feel good. That's all y'all do. Because I'm the thickest skinned motherfucker in the world.
All right, can I just ask all Wrangler fans to go over and have a look at my comments that I put on Grim Reaper Network regarding this frauditor who doesn't have a heart for his followers, his sheep, and needs to start to own his shit and come clean about all the shit that he has, because he doesn't have any truth in anything that he says, and he makes his living through uploading other people's hard work and using it under fair usage just so that he can try and get more money out of you idiots, because he lives off what he gets from the state or the pension that he gets, which he shouldn't get because he didn't even get through basic training, right? Yet he claims that he had a Purple Heart or two. If you want to believe that shit, that's down to you. But at the end of the day, he's nothing more than a fraudster, in my opinion, because he's ripping off other people's stuff and he's insulting people who have served their country. And as much as I don't agree from a point of view of national conscription, national service, or anything like that, if somebody has made that decision, has gone and fought for what they believe in, and they've been injured or killed while in battle, then they have more respect from me
good night,
as an individual. So I've had enough of listening to about this Wrangler geezer. He's an idiot. He's a dick.
So anybody else who's watching here that supports him,
thank you, veterans.
First, you can just kiss my ass. Second,
thank you for giving me a minute tonight. Let me share my story. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to set it to private, and then I'll just edit most of this stuff out, because what I wanted to share, I do want your story to be kept up there. So what I'll do is I'll edit that down, and
take all the shit where I was talking to the motherfucker. You can edit most of that
but
out.
it's not just you; it's all these idiots wanting to come in here and start shit, and what people seem to forget. It's not about Wrangler. It's not about that. It's about putting a man's story out there, and
we're trying to do something positive. And
that's right.
Motherfuckers.
And somebody want to come in here and just be a dumbass,
My apologies, Nightmare.
I don't care if it's bro. I don't care if it's screen recorded or not. You're acting like a fucking 2-year-old. Get a life, okay? That's the only response you're gonna get from me.
Anyways,
Nightmare. That's my whole thing.
Who still supports that son of a bitch? You're an idiot. All you have to do is go to Tat's channel. On the Trolls, watch the very last video he made, and you'll know everything.
Nightmare, I do what I do for a reason.
Or go to Grim Reaper's Network and check it out.
I do what I do for a reason, because I don't want nobody picking on the host or nobody else. I'd rather have them pick on me.
Right. I understand that, Bubba. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah. But I do what I do. Leave everybody else alone. Pick on me, because I'm about that. I have fun doing it. They just don't know. They make my day. When I go to bed at night, I sleep like a baby. Because They say they're so stupid. They don't know they feeding my sickness. Cause I'm a twisted, deranged motherfucker that don't care. Ain't shit a bitch can do to me. Nothing. I've been dead 5 times. You can suck my dick till your skin fall off.
All right. Okay. All right, Mitch, please.
Damn it.
Hello, Veterans Affair. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I just wanted to say hello. That was all. I didn't want to get involved in any hate with people. I want to try and remain neutral, but it's getting very difficult these days. I'm talking about me as a person, not
It
as
should say
not as you know,
N
the
live.
network.
Yes,
But
Texas guy or T-Rex guy. Yeah, I know all about Mr. Wrangler
End life.
and his lies and stuff. If you don't believe me, just
Live
go look at some of the videos that I've done,
or
Tad's done.
end. Or
Indy, what the
and
fuck are you doing?
Indy, what are you doing?
shut up.
Confusing me.
I'm trying to.
You're talking out loud. Please mute the mic or shut the fuck up. I don't care
What
which.
the fuck? It's your fucking channel. Fucking mute my mute.
Well, then
man.
shut your fucking mouth. Dude, for fuck's sake.
I was trying to hear what Grim was saying. Grim was saying something.
Yeah, you're being fucking rude and disrespectful.
I didn't know you guys could hear me. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to be neutral. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm never going to be able to sit on the fence. I flattened it years ago. Right. But what I will say.
Did you get poked in the ass?
That was you. What I'm trying to say is, as an individual, I've tried to be neutral as much as possible. Right. And when it comes to certain people saying the crap that they're saying, ripping off other people's work and using that to make money and to get donations from people, right? And I have to say something because they're throwing stones in glass houses. So they're accusing people of ripping other people, ripping others off, right? By asking for donations, etc., you know, Cash App, GoFundMe, and all the rest of it. But this guy, I'm sorry, you're doing exactly the same, and I'm calling you out for it, and I'm being honest, because to me, and you can take this back to Levi, and you know what I'm talking about, you know, that hopeless wrangler. You know, as I put it, back in the old days, wranglers were, you know, they were cowboys, cowgirls, right? That's in the old days. And they were honest and decent. And there's a lot of modern day cowboys, right, are the same, and cowgirls. There's decent people. And then there's people like you who impersonates so-called heroic, historic, so-called make-believe Purple Hearts, right? And I've thought about it, and you either come clean or get the fuck away. You know, go and pick on somebody else. Because if I continue seeing what you're doing, I'm going to continue putting up promos about you so that people are aware of what you are, which is a dumb shit, motherfucking, twat-faced fraudster. And I can't put it any other way. And I'm being polite. And my apologies to Nightmare for saying this on his live. And I hope you know, if you want to take it out on someone, come and pick on the Reaper. See how far you get. Because you're not going to get very far, because I'll just destroy you. And I dare you to come up and talk to me. Let's see if you've got the